We are back one day early. Have to address some things. First and foremost, I want to first thank you guys for playing so much with me. It's absolute pleasure to do these campaigns. Second, I would also like to thank you for the book that you purchased for me. That just being very clear, the Heroes Feast book, the official D&D cookbook. It is magical. For those of you who don't own it, you should. It's beautifully written, lots of great lore, and amazing recipes. So I'm looking forward to cooking, looking forward to making them, and I think there's a couple cookie recipes in there. You guys might get some cookies at some point.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
You
are very welcome, Gabe.
Looking forward to cooking, and thank you again for all of that. So let's get into it. So last time, a few days ago, you guys, we started out with you guys returning back to the fight where you were fighting a four-armed gargoyle and a corpse flower at the same time, and after a bit of damage and a few good saves and a few good licks on the creatures, you guys do manage to take them down. Decide to rest and recuperate because damn, it hurt. And so after resting and recuperating, you guys kind of looked around for a little bit and decided to go up to the door, where the door formed into a face and gave you a riddle that Jin tried to answer by saying the word solve, and you all saw the gargoyle pieces start to come back together. So you all frantically searched the recesses of your mind and managed to come up with the correct response to the riddle. But Draze, I think it was Draze had to cut his hand in order to gain entry.
It was me.
Oh, it was Jen? Okay. Jen had to cut.
Yeah, not me this time.
Okay,
We
Jen.
both came up with the idea at the same time, but Jim
Nice.
was right there.
Nice. Okay. So Jin had to cut his hand in order to gain entry for everyone into Inaviran, and the gargoyle pieces stopped moving together. You guys were able to solve the riddle and make your way into Inaviran, where Alen, with a courageous charge in, decided to check everything out, sending Edgar around looking for everything that he could find for looking for the key. Did find a few books, very interesting reads, including a journal that kind of described how the witch known as Baba Yaga apparently is the one that destroyed this school single-handedly, or so to speak, single-handedly. It only mentioned her, and you also found a history of the school that contained information on the key, and I actually said it wrong last time. The dwarven name was not given for the dwarves who brought the key. However, the key itself has a name, and that name is Alen. I don't have it in front of me. What is that name?
That name just so happens to be. Hold on.
It started with a B.
Yeah.
Or was it
Rowan.
D?
No,
Oh.
it was definitely a B.
Got it.
I was hoping.
Bosdrumi. Bosdrumi. And
Why it has a name.
yes, it does. The key does have a name, and unfortunately, no one speaks Dwarvish, so no one
But I
knows. Well, hang on. No one knew what it was except for Lynn, who, in all of the research and study that he had done in his younger days, which were like a couple years ago.
a couple weeks ago.
Right, a couple weeks ago. He's able to search the back recesses of his mind and find and he finds that
Hey, can't hear you.
oh, son of a.
We lost you.
Okay, hang on. That's weird. Can you hear me again?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's just Discord being Discord.
I've had an idea. What if we tried it on Zoom one day? I
Yeah.
wonder if Zoom would be more stable.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay, so You remember that the key's name is Bosdrumi, and in your research, you do find in the back recesses of your mind, you remember a few ancient dwarven words and all the research that you had done in ancient Elven and the history of elves and stuff like that. There were actually a few dwarven words that were very similar, and Bosdrumi actually happens to be one, and it means, roughly speaking, in common, the word gate, Gate. So. You do find some interesting reads for sure. You guys search that top level, looking around. You don't really find a whole lot on the top level. However, Kiva casting Detect Magic sure does detect a lot of magic from below. A lot of stuff happening. And as you all figure out that there's really nothing up on the first floor, you make your way down to the second floor where you do start to find some interesting things for sure. There is basically a very small, not really river, but floor covering of goo slime, bright green that has a very nice glow to it, and especially nice glow for Kiva, who still has Detect Magic on, which is there's transmutation magic in that slime. And so you guys do a bit more searching, grab a mushroom or two, and eventually Jin finds his way into a secret room in the northwest corner of the second floor, and everyone else finds Lightbringer, a legendary sword blessed by the god Lathander that was said to have been lost ages ago. In ages past, it was used to smote down the wicked undead. And was lost to the ages, but you all have found it here in Enaviren, and that is basically where we are going to pick up. I believe Jin had just made it back to the party, and yeah, Dre's does not like it.
And we all tried passing it around.
Yes.
So what's new when it comes to items with me?
Right.
Also, it was a mace, not a sword.
Right. Yeah, did I say sword? Sorry, it is a mace.
Yep.
Yes, sorry about that. Yeah, so that is where we're going to pick up. It is, shoot, I think it's like 6 p.m. Right now, because you guys went in roughly in the, oh no, you went in the morning, that's right, you slept. So it's about 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 or 3 p.m. actually, because you slept in and did a whole bunch of searching and stuff. So it's about 2-ish in the afternoon. Not that you can tell since you're underground, so to speak. And yeah, you all are standing around. Kiva holding Lightbringer. It's glowing bright and giving off a white, blue, yellow glow.
So now what?
Well, I
We
found
keep looking for the path.
I found a hidden.
Gabe,
Huh?
can you like stream the map?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I should probably do that. You guys probably want to see that.
Yeah.
Jin clears their throat.
Yeah.
So maybe let's check out some of the other doors and not spin it around.
Can people not hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead, Jen.
Okay, I just tried to speak up like 3 times.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
I found a hidden door. Thought you should know, since you all kind of wandered off here.
We found a mace, but that's cool too.
Mace is great. Doesn't like me as much as you. But the door can like all of us and might lead where we're trying to get to. So there is goo in that room as well. There seems to be goo everywhere. So, but since it's hidden, maybe there's something down there we need. People don't hide doors for no reason. So if we'd like to check that out, it's down the other hallway.
Kiva, if you're talking, you're on mute. I think you must have stepped away for a minute. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys are all here.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Let's go.
Okay.
So we've decided that who's keeping it?
I think Kiva.
Lightbringer?
So Kiva
Kiva.
currently has it.
Yeah, I think it was at Kiva because Squirt had her Dragon Slayer sword. Alin didn't want it, and those are the three that glowed brightest for. So that left Kiva.
Yeah. So since
I don't
Squirt,
want to. I already have a fancy magic weapon.
so since
That falls
Squirt,
under
you
you don't
were
want it.
Squirt, since you were out
What?
last week, they found Lightbringer, and you ended up holding it for a moment, and it glowed a really, really bright blue, yellow, white color for you when you held it, and you were like swinging around and waving it around. It's fun. All right. Well, are you guys staying here, or where are you going?
No, let's go.
I don't-
I'll go.
yeah.
With it.
I think we, or at least Alin agreed to go down the passageway Jim just mentioned.
Okay.
Let's explore.
All right. Those of you who are in, if you want to move your own token, that'll speed things up. So yeah, you guys make your way out of that room, kind of looking around. And again, as you guys are looking around, there's weapons on those tables. There's dummies in the other room. Looks like there is a setup there for like
What's the password?
maybe judging things or something like that. And so you guys make your way out and around, following Jen all the way out and around. And you do find the secret door that Jen's talking about. And Jen, you just kind of like continue to walk on through, yeah? Does anyone else
Mhm.
follow Jen?
Jen's already checked it.
Yeah.
So Jen's like, it's fine.
Does anyone else follow Jen? Kiva?
I'll follow Jin.
Okay.
While we're walking, can Jen just kind of walk close to Alin and just be like, by the way, considering we are now within the depths of the place that you were told to come in order to receive an artifact for unimaginable evil, how are you feeling?
I'm trying not to focus on it.
Fair.
All right. Well, so you all stand in front of this doorway, and you can see Jen standing a little further in, and you can indeed see that there is goo basically all over the floor just past the doorway. To your left, if you enter the door, you will see an immediate area that looks like a bookshelf. It's strewn full of rotted and molded books, some of which looks like contains parts of alchemical recipes. Yeah, this looks to be like a crafting area of some kind. All these books seem to be referencing some sort of chemistry mix-ups, matchups, that sort of deal. But most, if not all of it, is pretty ruined beyond recognition. If you want to search the books, you can. You're probably not going to find anything.
Dre's would like to look, maybe see if he can find anything that's like an alchemist, like beginner's guide or anything like that. Like I know it's a highest check, but
Yeah,
I'd like to try.
I figured. I figured. So as you walk in and look around,
Hey.
as you walk in and look around, you do find a few books of. Oh, where's my stuff? A few books of. Wow, yeah, that is good. A few books of interest. There's I'm gonna do this because I think it'll be hilarious. There's a few books that do pique your interest here. There's a book on the alchemical recipes of herbs and how to like mix them into stews and stuff like that. It's a really weird book about like cooking with spell ingredients.
Potions?
Yeah, it's
Cooking
really
with alchemy.
right. It's a really weird book. You do find another one that definitely piques your curiosity. It's a book entitled Monster Mash.
Hell yeah.
As you peruse through this
It's
book,
his destiny.
as you peruse through this book, a lot of what you find in here is really nonsensical. There's creatures you haven't heard of, formulas that don't make sense to you. It would be a good book to hold on probably for Dre's. It looks really interesting. You're not sure if you can use this or not.
All right, definitely keeping hold of it.
Okay.
I'll hold on both of those books. I'll add them a little bit later.
So
Okay.
Jen is, while Grace is doing that, Jen is going to ask Alan, there seems to be a turn down there at the end of the corridor. We still don't know what this goo does. Do you think Edgar can take a look?
Yeah, I'll send him to take a look.
Okay. Has anyone else actually entered this room other than Dre's and Jen and Alen?
Twitch is checking out the staircase.
Okay, so the staircase Twitch to your left looks to be completely collapsed in on. You might be able to dig things out in a couple years. It's really compacted with rocks. There's a lot of rocks here. It looks like the lower level underneath this has just completely been suffocated by boulders and the rest of the way to the school.
I'm gonna make a comment about Kelton better get started.
I mentally tell Kelton to give her just a draw look.
Kelton just kind of looks at you with squinty eyes and just kind of like crosses his arms while he stares at you.
Perfect.
Squirt, have you entered this room yet?
Hell no.
No. It's probably for the best. Alright, so I'll say that you're there, able to look in. So you all see this slime and goo covering the floor on the back wall. As you make your way in deeper and as Edgar goes in, you can see that there is indeed, in fact, a lot of slime and sludge that seems to be writhing almost on the far wall, almost like it's moving.
It's alive!
And as Edgar makes the turn to do that, he sees a 10 by 10 foot gelatinous cube.
Well, I
boy.
found the source of the goo.
Along with a whole table that seems to be broken and shattered, some of which, and I'm going to zoom in here so you can really get a good idea here, it looks like a few of these potion bottles are almost writhing in the same fashion as the goo. It's hard to tell if the goo is moving up into the potion bottles or if it's moving away from the potion bottles. It's almost like a wave fluid motion back and forth. Really hard to suss out what's going on, but it's the table is coated in this slime, and it looks like it's kind of grown up into the potion bottles, or maybe come from the potion bottles. But
Okay,
yeah,
so
there's a massive gelatinous cube in front of that.
whatever is there, we don't need it.
I'm going to loudly announce I have found the source of the goo.
Oh? Wait.
There's a gelatinous cube in here.
Is it the source of the goo, or is the goo the source of the cube?
Possibly the other way around. I have no idea. But it does seem to be leaving quite a lot of goo.
Yeah. So an interesting thing happens. Do you pull Edgar back after saying that? So an interesting thing happens. The gelatinous cube starts turning towards Edgar, but as Edgar's flying back, he hears in his head, and I don't know. You wouldn't actually hear this, Alen. I don't think. He probably would have to
Edgar
relate.
might tell her.
Yeah,
He's
I would.
telepathically linked.
Oh, is he? Okay, I didn't remember if they were telepathically linked or not. All right, so
Yeah.
Owen, you hear in your head via Edgar. It's a really unsettling feeling. No, wait, come back.
Cube?
Oh boy.
Talking cube?
What?
Hello?
Yeah.
You did you say that out loud?
It's a good question. Does Owen say that out loud?
Possibly. Maybe he muttered it.
Jen's right beside a lens, so Jen's just gonna be like, wait, what?
Yeah. Wait.
You
wait,
know
what?
what?
Someone
Jen is
watching another
going.
video?
Is someone watching something?
No.
What
No.
is happening?
I'm hearing something. Someone else
Is someone watching a
like
YouTube
another video playing.
That's weird. I don't think it's me. I don't have anything
It's
else.
not me.
As weird as it may be, I just ordered at McDonald's and my mic was up, but it may have been interfering.
That's crazy. Okay.
No, it's still playing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wait,
I don't
hang
hear
on, hang on,
anything.
I
hang on.
can't hear
Everyone,
it.
hang on. Everyone, stop talking. I don't see any lights on anyone's thing. Is it? That's so weird. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't hear anything.
it.
I don't hear it at all though.
Me neither.
just keeping a win.
The chat is haunted.
The chat is haunted.
It's the cube. The cube is talking to you guys.
Oh man.
Okay, so while this is happening,
I can only hear it watching the stream.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Is it the? Are you playing music?
No.
Like, are you? Do you
The
guys?
stream
oh, okay.
is
Never mind.
haunted.
The stream is haunted. All right. So, anyway, we'll just move on. Just ignore that, you two. there's nothing out of the ordinary here. So
Everything is fine.
as Edgar flies away, he hears Wait, come back, and Alin kind of in
Yeah, I'd have
shock.
Edgar.
Yeah.
Edgar would just stop dead, and then turn around because he's a bird and can't actually hover.
So he turns around.
Yeah,
just-
he's not a bird. He's an imp form, but
Yeah. So he goes back to the cube, though, right?
yes, I would have him go talk to the cube.
Okay. He goes back to the cube, and the cube.
Excuse me, did you just speak?
Why, yes, I did. It's been a long time since I've seen anyone. I've been trapped in this room for what feels like an age.
It's probably been an age.
What year is it?
What year is it?
I think it's. Shoot, we had this somewhere. I think it's like 1495.
We had it figured
It's.
out.
I think it was 400 years after the spell plague. You said somewhere.
Something like that. Yeah, we'll just. Yeah, it's been roughly 1,000 years for him. I'll just say it that way.
Has anyone has been here? Oh, poor buddy.
Yeah, so he basically, it's been so long. Oh my God, it's been 1,000 years. No wonder it felt like an age. Well, since you're here, can you help me? I would
Do you-
very much love to return back to my body.
Your body? You are not a gelatinous cube?
No, unfortunately, I am currently a gelatinous cube, not always a gelatinous cube.
is Alin recounting what's going on while Edgar is talking to the cube?
That's a good question, because all of this is telepathic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hold on 1 second. Hey, there's a gelatinous cube in here, and it's talking. And it
talking.
apparently was not always a gelatinous cube.
Jenna's just going to look at Alin like he has lost it.
I'm aware of how
Dre's
this
is highly
sounds.
intrigued.
Dre's,
Hold on,
I
hold
feel
on.
like, I feel
I'll
like
go.
Dre's is like, huh?
Jen is going to slowly make their way into the goop, being very careful and being very thankful for wearing thigh-high boots.
Yeah. That's a good question. What does everyone's footwear consist of right now?
Probably
Oh, God.
boots.
All these fancy boots.
Just some basic traveling boots for Kiva.
Okay. I'm more wondering about Squirt. I know Squirt, you said you're not going into this room. I mean, if you do, I'm just kind of curious. What's Squirt's footwear right now?
I'm pretty sure I still have my winter boots on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. I think a lot of you have winter boots on still, actually.
So Jen is going to stay close to the wall and just get within eyesight of the creature.
Jen, I need for you to make me just a real easy dex check.
Okay. I'm good at that.
Famous last words.
Oh, it was famous last words, and I just
Yeah.
save instead of check.
Oh man! All right.
Oh my god.
So
Oh yeah.
as Jen begins walking in through this sludge, it's way slicker than you expected, Jen.
Oh,
As you start
yikes.
making your way through the sludge, you kind of like lose your footing for a second, catch yourself, like pause for a moment, just you look back at the group like, nope, don't worry guys, I got this, and your feet give out from under you, and you just slip straight back on your back, splattering
Shit.
goo and sludge all over your body. You are almost completely covered, the whole back of you covered in sludge.
How much acid damage do I take?
You don't take any acid damage.
Thank God.
I do, however, need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Shit.
Yeah,
Does
this stuff's
Jen still not have
radiating
a nose?
transmutation magic.
Oh, it was almost a natural 20. It
Oh.
was so close to being a natural 20, guys. It was so
Oh,
fucking close.
so close. So
Does-
nothing.
Does Jen still not have a nose?
Yeah, Jen still does not have a
Good
nose
question.
Okay.
because she never. He never brought it back. So Jen currently does not have a nose. But Jen, you are completely covered in goo. And even though you're a changeling, something weird begins to happen with Jen. As Jen gets up, Kiva is. It's only an hour for detect magic, isn't it?
10 minutes for
10 minutes. Oh yeah, that's over then.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't see anything
Yeah.
then. Yeah. So Jen looks fine. For now.
Okay. Oh.
So you're completely covered in goo. You get up and yeah, you see a
Jen,
10,
you okay?
10 by 10 gelatinous cube.
Besides my clothes being full of goop, sure.
Jen, you hear in your head almost
Alright.
immediately after saying that, you're gonna want to try to clean that off as soon as possible. Or, you can help me revert this, and then you won't become like me.
Jen just freezes.
Oh no.
Perfect.
What the fuck?
All of you that can see Jen, you all see Jen begin to very, very faintly start to glow the same color as the goo.
Oh no! Oh no!
Jen?
I was just told by a
Are
random
you-
voice in my head that apparently I'm guessing is the same that Lynn heard, that I'm going to turn into it. And I'm guessing that it is the gelatinous cube, which is making the story make a lot more sense. And I am really tired of getting stuck with magical curses and shit. It's really not happening.
Is there anything we can do about it?
He says he knows.
How
Says
loud are
Kiva
you?
From like halfway across the room.
Oh, you yell it for okay. You're not walking through. Kiva. It's this is basically a line of sight, so you actually don't hear anything in your head. Edgar, you hear in your head a voice again back. Yes, there is something you can do if you are able to come over here and assist me in finishing this potion that I was working on to counteract this. We should be able to reverse all of this gross
Jen
sludge.
being already covered in slime and going, well, it can't get any worse now, can it? We'll go ahead and head over.
Okay.
You see, this is why I'm always cautious. This is why I never go into things first. This is why whenever I do, this happens.
You guys just hear Jen.
First I got clawed by a hag, and then there was Helena, and then there was a monkey, and now there's this.
You guys just hear Jen like rattling off all of this
Rambling on.
as Jen like disappears around the corner, like God fucking damn it, I'm gonna. That sort of deal. As she's like, he's like running around the corner towards wherever they're going. Edgar can see that Jen is making his way over to the alchemical table that is completely disheveled.
Can I prestidigitate Jin if she gets close enough to me?
She's walking away from you, so you'll have to
You have
walk
to come to
towards.
me.
Yeah, you'll have to come to her.
I will go to Jin to prestidigitate to Jin.
All right, I need for you to make me a dex
Kiva's gonna
check.
Kiva's gonna hold out an arm as Kiva's gonna try and stop Alin before he walks into the goo.
I will stop.
I'm gonna ask at this point.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Fair enough. Can't I cast prestidigitation through Edgar? I thought I could cast spells through familiars.
Touch spells.
Oh,
Yeah, I think-
touch spells.
Yeah, familiars can deliver touch spells. It
Yeah.
doesn't say you can actually cast other spells through.
So,
Yeah, if you
Jen,
If you want
Would-
Edgar to touch the goo, he can certainly cast it.
Jen would shout
No,
across the room.
Go ahead.
Everyone stay back until I figure out what it is it needs, and if I need help, then I'll ask.
Jen, I can tell you right now, looking around this room, you have no idea what any of this stuff is. You're probably gonna need help.
Right, Jen looks, on second thought, I do need help. I need help badly. And it really hurts to say that. I hope you all know by now. It hurts me to say this.
So I'm gonna ask
Quick
Twitch.
question.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. I was just gonna ask if Jen actually peeked back around into the other room when they were saying that.
Yeah.
Okay, then at that point, as soon as Kiva sees Jen, she's gonna go ahead and set up that telepathic link.
Okay.
This'll make things easier.
Right, I need help.
So I'm gonna ask Squitch. Yeah, Squitch. The two of you out there, with all that's going on, are either one of you wanting to enter this room at all?
No, but I do want a minor illusion of wipe.
Okay. What are you doing with the wipe?
How far away is Jen?
Jen's a ways away.
All the way across the room.
Yeah, she's like all the way over here.
I'm just gonna have it in my hand and be like, I've got a wipe here.
Well, I don't think that will help much. We're all the way over here.
Twitch, do you make your way into this room at all?
I'm gonna come in as long as I'm not stepping in any goo.
Yeah, you guys can make your way in here without stepping on goo. It's basically where the 6 is where the main goo slipperiness, grossness starts.
Gotcha. I would
Jen
say
is
Twitch
going
would
to
come the
say-
edge of that,
Okay.
So like, we'll go
Yeah.
there.
Jen
I'll
is gonna
send
come out
Edgar
here.
into this room to like look at some of these potions.
I seriously do not know what I am doing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little more experienced with this kind of stuff, so maybe I can help.
That checks out. Jen doesn't know what they're doing.
Do you say that out loud?
Mean.
Yes.
I'm not going to deny it this
Wow.
time.
Oh man, your dragon is showing, Twitch. Yeah, so-
overconfident. No, this all checks out.
Yeah. So, Jen, you kind of you and Edgar go back to this table, and you hear in your heads the gelatinous cube speak to you. Just, I don't have hands. I can't move things around. I need you all to grab this potion bottle. I need you to grab this ingredient. Open this book. Read this page.
So,
He's
excuse
basically
me.
trying to give you guys instructions.
How did this happen?
It was an accident that happened.
Can you elaborate on that?
Well, my memory isn't what it used to be, but we were under attack, and it was thought that if we could change the attacker, she would stop attacking the school. But
Oh, the
we
witch?
were unsuccessful.
You tried to turn the Witch Queen into a gelatinous cube?
Well, yes, gelatinous cubes are far easier to deal with than she was.
Okay. Anyway.
Just out of curiosity, does Kiva's telepathic link with Jen allow her to hear some of this too?
Yeah, you actually would, because you're specifically linked. So who is this?
I was just about to ask if I could change tokens. I like that one better.
Yeah, who is this one?
Oh,
Oh.
Sorry, which one?
Oh, is that you, Jen?
That's what I was saying. I wanted
Oh,
to
yeah,
change.
that's fine. That's
but
fine.
I don't know how.
Oh, that's fine. Here, there you go. All right. That's why I was like,
Cool.
why is this token moving on the board? Okay, so yeah, you begin doing this and getting getting the stuff prepared, and there are more objects here than you have hands for. And well, you assume uh, the gelatinous cube again continues to say, "I believe we are going to need more hands."
I'm
There's
going to think back to Kiva. Yes, I still need help. If somebody doesn't come, I'm going to turn into one of those things.
Kiva looks at the rest of the group. Apparently, they need some extra hands. Any volunteers?
You're a changeling. Can't you summon more hands?
I
No.
cannot.
The
Said the
teacher
imp.
specifically says they cannot duplicate
Yeah.
limbs.
says the
Okay.
imp to Jin.
Yeah.
Now Jim looks at the imp. No. I would
mean,
love
the
to,
imp has
but
a
no.
tail. The imp has a tail and wings so that they can try to hold things in.
It's
Yeah,
not
the
enough.
imp is also kind of small.
Yep.
Well, potions are small.
And
I am
delicate.
telling you, it's not enough.
And delicate.
Good point.
Somebody come in here and help me! Jen screams, not bothering with telepathy.
All of a sudden, you all see this, and I'm just gonna draw. Oh, I guess I won't draw. The gelatinous cube moves up and around the corner, and you can see the massive walls of this creature. It's very translucent. There's a bunch of potion bottles inside of it. A few pieces of rusty armor, some old, it looks like an old elven sword. Very, very old things. A lot of it has been degraded with time. And
How do we know that if we turn you back, all the stuff that you've absorbed inside of you won't, like, impale you?
well, that is just a risk I'm willing to take at this point.
Fair enough.
And he looks at the rest of you and oh, there are quite a few of you. I need at least two more hands, two more people.
2 more sets of hands?
Yeah.
Jen comes out around as well and just glares.
Does anyone
Doesn't say
move?
anything.
Does anyone move towards Jen?
Dre's will go because he's interested in the talking gelatinous.
Okay. You make your way over. I need you to make me a dex save. That is not a nat 1.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Congratulations, you're not a failure.
Right.
Ow.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's good enough. So Dre's, yeah, it's pretty damn slick. As you make your way through, your feet do kind of give out a couple times. You guys see like Dre's feet slip and slide, and then he like almost does part of a split at one point, and like brings his legs back together. Like, no, I got this. And like you see him start sliding, kind of like almost like he's ice skating at one point, trying to get over to Jen. You do make your way over. And you can see there is a large gelatinous cube, and he again speaks to you, just same as everyone else through your head. Well met. It is good to have helpers
Thanks.
once again.
So, if nobody else volunteers, Jen is just going to look right at Lynn and say, "It's your quest. Get in
I'm
here."
already in there.
Your familiar's in there. That's not you. Get in here.
Okay. Dexterity is not my strong suit.
All right.
I don't care at this
It's,
point.
and it's a dex check, not a save, so it's a little better.
I still have a -1.
Well, I mean, basically, as long as you don't
That's,
roll
uh,
a nat
That's
1,
not
you're
too
good.
bad.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So Alin kind of makes his way over through and walking through here,
I've got
and
a staff
about
to help me.
well, about halfway through, yeah, you realize that you have actually pretty good footing, especially with a staff, and you just like plant your feet almost like if you're on a surfboard, and like use the staff to push you around, and you make it look really easy moving over to Jen and Dre's, just kind of like sliding on the floor over here, and again you do see. Yeah, you do see the gelatinous cube, and he thanks you. It thanks you for its for your help and assistance, and so
Mr. Cube, what is your name?
his name, my name was Boulder Stromgard. I was one of the premier teachers here at Inaviran many ages ago.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, and we'll do our best.
I sincerely hope so, for his sake, and you get the feeling that he's talking about Jen.
Yeah, okay, so what do we do now?
So now I need for you all to, and he starts listing out a whole bunch of directions. Grab this potion bottle. I need you to take 4 ounces of this liquid, pour it into this potion bottle at the same time as someone else is pouring this, and they have to go in at the same time. I actually need all of you to roll me a Arcana check, followed by a sleight of hand check.
I'm good at one of those.
14 for the Arcana.
Another fucking nat 1.
Wow!
16
Nice.
for the sleight of hand.
Thought you got this out of the way.
How did
Yeah,
I?
no kidding.
14 for Arcana.
At least I got a good sleight of hand check, but yeah, Arcana, not Jen's strong.
Dre's,
suit.
why a stealth check?
Yeah,
Hold on. What's going on here?
Did I see stealth?
I thought I had.
I see Squirt rolling an
an
Arcana. I see Dre's rolling stealth.
I thought I had sleight of hand. Sorry.
You're
They're
good.
right next to each other.
All right, so
Same skill point. Same skill. So just
Okay.
take that.
Well, maybe
Alright.
Drage will hold up my fucking slack here.
Yeah. So as you're doing that, you guys all gather this equipment, the ingredients as you need, and you do manage to start putting things together in the right order. And at one point, Jen starts pouring a little heinously, and Dre's just like slaps your hand up before any of the liquid leaves the bottle, and just kind of looks at you. No.
But
Yeah, and so.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. And so managing to save you from critically failing because he rolled so damn high on that Arcana check, and you do manage to get all of the ingredients put together, and without spilling any ingredients whatsoever. Amazingly, you all are able to take at least 10 different vials. Going through the books, reading kind of the instructions as he's relaying them to you, and you manage to make this concoction in this large vial. It is dark black, pitch black. The glass around this tube almost looks opaque as well. That is how black this is. There is no reflection on the outside of this glass whatsoever, even from the glow. It seems all light and substance is just absorbed into this thing. And you all hear in your head...
Does this seem safe?
You all hear in your head, at last, it's finally ready. Pour it on me.
I think
At this point, Jen hears from Kiva, "How are things going in there?"
just finished.
Well,
Yeah, it's been close to
does
10
this
minutes.
feel-
Jen is going to say. Jen is going to say, shouldn't we perhaps get out of the goop first? Because if you turn back and then you just touch the goop again, doesn't that have the same effect?
No, this will get rid of all of the goo.
Oh. Can I roll an insight check on this guy? Because, like, the fact that we're making, like, the Vanta Black potion, it's a little...
Yeah, go ahead. Roll me an insight check.
I don't know how we're gonna tell insight on a
Why
cube
have
with
I
no
just gotten
expression,
nothing but
but
17s?
I don't know, but you're rolling pretty damn good.
It's my age.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you feel like he is actually telling the truth.
Get rid of all the goo.
Yeah. Yep. It's gonna get rid of all the
And I
goo.
open up the
Okay, yeah, I'll
hold
pour
up
it
the
on.
vial that I have and be like, but what about this? What to this?
I don't care. I don't want to turn into one of those things.
Um,
I'm going to have Edgar take the potion and like fly directly above him and pour it on him.
Edgar's not going to be strong enough to do this. You guys are going to actually
Oh.
have
It's a
to.
large
No,
vial.
it's a large container, decanter. This is like 2 or 3 gallons of liquid. that you're about to dump out.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, Jen will help.
okay. Yeah,
No.
it's a big. You guys will all have to work
Everyone
together to
said it's
walk it
big.
over.
Okay.
So everyone, make me one more dex check real quick. As you guys are, and you can use sleight of hand if it helps. I believe that is also dexterity, so you can use that if it helps.
Great. I'm rolling bad tonight, so I'm glad you let me do that.
Better
We're
than a
get-
1.
We're getting it all out of the way before you guys fight, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So let's.
I was about to say, Twitch is gonna be readying some weapons.
You're right.
What checks did you say making?
Sleight of hand or dexterity. Either one.
Mine is exactly the
I don't
same.
know.
Yeah, they should be pretty close.
If it's a huge potion, wouldn't it be strength to dump it out?
Don't question it.
I got a 5.
All right, and roll for
Twitch
Edgar
is,
as well.
I don't know if you heard,
Oh,
but Twitch is
I am
readying
pretty
a
sure
weapon.
Edgar has a pretty good
Go
dex.
ahead, Twitch. What were you saying?
Edgar
once
has a
we
plus-
hear that
Hang on,
Yeah.
Alin, please wait. Twitch, go ahead.
Once we hear that we're getting ready to dump potion over the cube, Twitch is readying a weapon.
Okay, good to know.
Edgar got 8.
Okay, all right.
We're not going great with that.
So it's still good enough. This is mainly the check. Those of you who rolled dex, that was to make sure that you weren't slipping on the ground, which was a base of 5, by the way. Those of you who did slip. So yeah, Alin, you like start slipping. You like lose your footing for a second and manage to catch yourself just before slipping and losing part of this potion bottle. And with the help of Edgar, I guess, flying in the opposite direction, holding you up, kind of, and everyone else holding, you do manage to make your way over with this large-ass decanter of black, vile-looking liquid, and you guys dump it on him.
Yes.
Jen is going to say, well, we already did it. Sure.
Status?
Drays?
How's it going?
Going okay. And Jen's gonna dump it, and if it turns out bad, Jen will just probably stab something.
Okay. Drays, are you dumping this as well?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, you guys go to dump this, and you can see immediately effects start to take form, take hold, as the black goo just expands, spreads out almost immediately. Like think like gasoline catching on fire, except it's a black, almost rusty-looking movement of liquid going across all of the goo. And including you, Jen, it completely covers you from head to toe in this black goo, in this black liquid, just running straight up your legs, all over your body, completely covering you. You are completely black at one point, along with the gelatinous cube. And those of you looking at that back wall, the entire back wall that was covered in slime, almost immediately grows with a black substance, and it spreads out onto the floor towards your feet. And just before it gets to your feet,
guys?
stops. And about 5 seconds later, it starts to dissipate, and as it does, all of the goo that was on the floor seems to be gone, and there is no more goo on the wall as it evaporates. And those of you in the room, you are currently standing in front of a very dashing looking high elf that you so aptly now know as Boulder Stromgard. He has long white hair. Think long white hair, but Elrond from Lord of the Rings. That's basically how he looks. Very much teacher-esque.
Okay.
You feeling good, buddy?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
My hands. I have hands again. It's
Yep, and I'm not turning into a cube. Good day all around.
This is wonderful. And he, in a rare moment of elven joy, just runs up and grabs the closest person, which I believe would be Jen.
Probably.
Probably. He runs up and grabs you and just hugs you. Just
Jen
bear hugs.
freezes.
and he
Okay.
as this is happening, Kiva is running over to check out. Kiva, you see this high elf with blonde hair grappling Jin and wheeling Jin around in the air in absolute
Jin looks
joy.
panicked.
He is in utter joy.
Kiva peeks around the corner. I take it worked?
Yes, now help me.
Yes, it worked. I'm finally free of this wretched room. Ah,
Does it work on the goo that's everywhere else?
anything that was touching goo that was touching other goo, this will clean. This will restore. So those of you holding the, i.e. the glowing mushroom, Squirt, it is still glowing with green goo. Along with Dre's, if you had any of that goo as well, it is still glowing, very much so green.
Oh, what did it
Because
turn
it wasn't
into?
in contact with the rest of it.
He
It's
turned.
still there?
Yeah, he turned into a high elf with blonde hair, and he's currently wheeling Jen around through the air in a fit of glee.
And so what I have in my bottle is still goo though, but it's glowing green, you
Yep,
said?
it's still exactly how it was before this happened. All right. So as he's wheeling you around, Jen, you happen to your legs fly out from under you, and he's so excited that he's just wheeling you around, not paying attention. And your legs.
Could you please put me down, please? This is very uncomfortable.
As you ask that, your legs hit some of the stuff on the table and just knock some crap to the floor, and it shatters on the floor. Nothing bad happens.
Ow!
Just yeah.
Hey,
basically.
let's take it easy.
Yes. Sorry.
Let's not set off any more goo.
Where are my manners? He immediately changes his disposition,
And Jen takes 2 large steps back. They're put down.
He takes a few steps back himself, turns to address all of you, looking back and forth, takes a very large low bow. I am Boldar Stromgard. I was headmaster of this facility, and it's...
With the headmaster?
Yes.
Didn't you say teacher not too long ago?
He did. Headmaster is a type of teacher.
Okay.
It's an honor to meet you.
Yes, well, it is an honor to be back in my body. So,
The place is kind of a ruin.
he looks around. Yes, it's become quite tarnished, you might say. I feel my time is run out here, so to speak. Where do you all hail from?
The material plane?
Oh, well, you are quite a ways from home then, are you not?
You could say
I
that.
find something
Oh,
that I heard was here.
what are you looking for?
Okay, the last couple of people I've talked to about this got kind of mad, so I need you to promise not to be mad.
Let me ask real quick before you go that route. Hang on. Jen and sorry, not Jen. Squirt and Twitch. Have you guys made your way over to this area yet? Now that the goo is gone.
Sure.
Okay. Squirt.
Is the smell gone too?
Oh yeah, the smell's actually gone too.
Sweet. Then yes.
Okay.
I will tentatively follow Twitch.
Okay. Yeah. So, go ahead and say what you're gonna say, Lynn.
Okay, so the last couple of people I talked to about this got mad, so I need you to promise.
As soon as she says that, Jen turns around and just glares at her with a, did you really just say that outright? Look.
Him.
Him.
He's gonna ignore Jin. We need to know where it is.
We can
What's-
find it.
What are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for something called what the fuck was the name?
Boss Drumi.
I'm looking for something called Bozdrumi.
How do you know that name?
I read it in a book.
Ah, I see
Literally
you
like 30 minutes ago.
so the library is still intact, is it?
Sort of.
Parts of it.
Parts.
Ooh.
Pieces.
All right. Well, Boss Drumi has been here for longer than I can remember. If you are searching for it, then its time has come to be removed from the school anyway, if it still stands where it was. It is in the lower level. Essentially, he gives you a description of something that's like an augury, where it's like
What's an augury?
basically this is like it's a glowing pool, where they would use it to hide artifacts if they needed to.
First thing that came to my mind is that weird fridge that has like a big thing of goo instead of a door.
Say that again? What?
I was trying to find a picture of it. It's really weird.
Okay.
Never mind. Go
All
on.
right. So he
There's a
basically
thing
tells you.
in a pool.
Yes. It's if it's still there, which it should be. We had quite a few protections on it. It should be in the center of the school on the lowest level.
I'm
It-
thinking.
Okay.
Seriously, I found the thing.
You found the thing?
It's a bio refrigerator that cools your food with gel.
Oh, okay.
You can just like
Yeah. Okay. So it's yeah. So basically, he tells you where it's at.
That makes a lot of sense because in the book I read that I have, it said that it looked like waves, and I didn't understand what that meant. But if it's like in a pool of liquid of some kind, that checks.
Well, the markings on it do, in fact, look like waves. Or, well, they did at one time. Who knows what it looks like now? As old as it is. And he kind of, you see him like look off.
No?
Yeah, you see him like look off to the side, and it looks like he's reminiscing on something.
I try to like follow his gaze, lean around.
Yeah, he's looking at nothing. He's literally
Okay.
looking off into the distance.
Like 1,000-yard stare.
Yep.
Can you point us approximately in the direction of where the stairs are to down?
Well, there should be stairs immediately outside this door. Are you not able to traverse down?
that's gotten blocked.
Are there other
Ah.
stairs?
Yes, there's other stairs on the opposite side of this wall. And he points to your your left wall, the west wall.
Okay, so now we know where we need to go.
Okay.
Can we take some of the Van to Black potion?
There's none left.
Dang it.
Yeah, it was all dumped on him.
Yep. He basically.
Okay.
So as you guys are you like turning to leave, or are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I think we need to keep moving.
Twitch is gonna ask if he's gonna join us.
I think he should like try to find his way out of here.
Twitch is specifically gonna be like, so are you busy, or are you gonna show us around, or
Are you gonna leave? Because probably a lot has changed since
I think
last
tours
time I
are
was giving you
probably outside of my purview anymore. However, I can walk around with you for a bit, but I don't quite feel like myself. It's been 1,000 years, from my understanding, since I've had a body form.
That is the cube.
I feel foreign. And those of you who speak Elven, he actually says the word foreign in Elven.
Elvish.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, he's willing to walk around with you for a bit, kind of point out some things. If you guys have trouble like reading a plaque, he could probably tell you what they say, so on and so forth. So I don't think anyone specifically answered my question though. Where do you guys hail from? Where do you all hail from in the material plane?
I come from Everesca.
Ah, I love that city. The fresh air. Maybe I'll return one day. And you? And he just starts like pointing around the room. He's really curious.
Don't tell anyone about me.
Luskin.
I'm not familiar with that place.
Yes, it's probably might not have been quite as big when you were there.
Certainly not what it is now.
Anyone else telling him where they're from?
Yeah.
I come
Kiva
from a
kind
place
of
called
like
Eberron.
glances at Twitch.
Yeah. So Dre's, you tell him you're from Eberron.
Yes.
He looks at you and says, "My, you are far, far from home. How did you even manage to come to the material plane here?"
Well, have you ever heard of the Traveler?
Unfortunately, and he gives like this really sad, unfortunate look on his face. Just unfortunately, I do. Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right.
He brought me here. Why? I'm not sure, but he brought me.
Unfortunately,
Yes,
Kiva looks a little curious at that.
We had-
Unfortunately,
we had some dealings a long time ago, and nothing ever goes the way you expect with him. And he gives like this cockeyed smile.
Oh,
Sounds about right.
okay,
That checked.
all right.
So he continues pointing around the room.
Yeah. Twitch is gonna say where she's from, Ilandaran, and see if he recognizes it. Like she's looking to see recognition.
Oh yeah, he recognizes it. As you say, Ilandaran, he just gives you almost a wide-eyed look. Verily, really, you? How is the city? How is it fared? The dragon I heard pushed you all out.
And so once he mentions that's what Twitch was listening for, if he mentions the dragon, she is going to say, I have lots of questions about the dragon, especially what you know from your time. Throughout the last 1,000 years, the stories have been changed far too much. Where can we find you when we're done with our business here?
Kiva,
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Kiva's like glancing back and forth between Twitch and this guy, and like, wait, a dragon? What?
We have dealt with way too many dragons recently.
It's Dungeons and Dragons. The Dungeons and the Dragons.
Yes, there's actually only dungeons and dragons.
There's a
It's just different kinds of dragons that you don't think are dragons,
Right.
but they actually are dragons.
When you fight other creatures that aren't dragons, they're actually dragons.
Or they've been polymorphed.
Right.
There's only dragon or polymorphed dragon.
Right. So he goes on to say, with the survival of Mayhurst, I will probably return there. I don't know how it fares today, but 1,000 years ago it was still quite prosperous, quite proud. I do believe that I should start there and try to catch up on all of what I've missed over the last eon.
What is his name? Twitch is gonna ask his name again.
His name is where's my thing here? Give me a second. Boldor Stromgard.
B-O-L-D.
Boldor.
Baldur Stromgard. Not a very elven name, but it is what it is.
Twitch
Okay.
will just say, introduce herself, Twitch, and say that we will find him in Mayhurst.
All right, I will look for you all there. Shall we press on? Actually, what about you two? And he looks at Kiva and Squirt.
Kiva's kind of like shrinks back a little bit. Apparently, I'm from there as well. Pointing at Twitch.
Jin just raises an
Don't
eyebrow.
ask me any questions about it though, because I don't remember.
Okay, Jin
Very
is
well.
taking note of this because this is a new development for everyone not at that talk.
Basically everyone is a new development. And so finally he makes his way to Squirt. And you, little one, where do you hail from?
The Iant Boar tribe.
Ah, I remember them. They were... They're quite fun to party with. Alright, well, shall we? And he kind of like gestures
let's
towards
get
everyone.
Yeah.
I am ready to get out of here. Yes, please.
Alright. You guys make your way out. Where do you head? Where do you head first? Are you checking everything out, or are you just like going through
I want
around?
to get in and leave.
I want to go to the main area and make sure that all the goop there is gone.
All the goop there is gone.
Yeah, that's a good place to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the goop
I
there
think
is gone.
my... There I am. Okay, cool. Alright, then, Jin is going to wander over here.
Alright, you make your way
I was
over
just
there
thinking
to
about sending Kiva
yeah.
over there.
you make your way over to the closed door and go to open the door, question mark.
And check it first because the other ones were trapped.
Yeah, you check this door and you don't find any traps here.
Okay.
And as you open the door, you see at the back end what look like dried and shriveled mushrooms. This very much looks like almost the same as what was in the other tunnel, except now that the sludge has been cured, so to speak, all of the mushrooms have become desiccated, aged almost over time.
Hey, Squirt, do you want some of these shriveled up mushrooms to try and put in something?
Is that even a question?
There's a lot back here.
Yeah, there are
Hey, Graves,
quite a
do
few.
you want some of these shriveled up mushrooms to try and put in something?
I'll leave the mushroom expertise to Squirt.
All right.
And
I
just
still
gonna
have
move.
half a rainbow mushroom.
All of this is shriveled up as well.
Yeah, that was all of that is shriveled up as well.
There's also some in the next room over, just FYI.
Yeah, well, they already went to grab those earlier.
Oh,
So Squirt,
okay.
you go to grab those mushrooms.
Yeah.
Okay, as you go to grab these mushrooms, a curious thing happens that you actually have never seen with mushrooms in all of your long years in dealing with mushrooms. As you go to grab these mushrooms and kind of pick them as they're looking, they look very well aged. They are very much dried and shriveled, as you would expect from a dehydrated mushroom. However, when you touch them, it crumbles into dust.
Ooh.
And it completely fills your hand with mushroom dust. What do you do with that?
I would like to
Poison powder. Poison powder.
What do you do with it, Squirt?
put it in a little baggie.
Okay. A little baggie. All right. Well, we'll say you have that on you. That's fine. You guys go check out the other door real quick?
Yeah. See, you just need to collect all of those, and then we can sprinkle it on the food of people we really don't like.
As you go over there, he does kind of like mention a few things as you're like looking as he's talking.
Oh, that's fair.
Yes,
He's
this.
with us.
Yeah, so he's basically like, well, where you're headed, we're training facility, training area. We would practice our magic and mess with magical weapons, trying to see what they did and so on and so forth. And he's giving you a bit of a description,
Okay.
which does actually lean into what these areas look like. Jin, as you make your way in, and anyone else who follows, you would see another table on this side strewn with broken, rusted weapons beyond repair. There are a few beds over here, which is a little weird, but if people were over there working on spells and stuff, it's possible that they needed a place to lay down for that sort of deal. And as you make your way over, there's, again, even more mushrooms that are exactly like they were over here, very much dried and desiccated, but there is nothing else over here.
I think Jen might get out a vial, and while here might get some mushroom just themselves.
Okay. I will allow that. We'll say you can do that. Does anyone else follow Jen? Take a look at that room, just for flavor.
I mean, once he says that the area was used for like magical testing, like equipment and stuff like that, Kiva would be curious. Do you think there might be anything in there worth checking to see?
Are you asking him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm. To be honest, I'm not sure of much anymore. It's been so long. I know at one point we had Lightbringer here, but there.
We found.
Oh, you
Lightbringer.
did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is good to hear that it survived the ruin. I was actually quite worried that we had lost that. It's quite a magnificent weapon. We were lucky to happen upon it. There really isn't too much else unless have you all found the orb?
The
Orb?
orb?
Yes, there was a orb we found some time ago, stored a single spell, but we weren't able to figure out what it was or what it did. Yes, we hid it away. It's over here to this room, and he like walks over to this room and opens the
Is
door.
Jen back yet?
Yeah, I would say that you guys are back because that was
Okay.
Kiva asking him.
Yeah.
He opens that door, and you see basically a hallway, a lot of hallway. He looks very disappointed. Unfortunately, it looks like the room has collapsed. Perhaps if we're able to move some rubble, maybe we might be
Jen
able to get
walks
to
up, looks at it, comes back. Squirt!
Squirt, you hear Jen yell from the other side of the room. Do you go check it out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Squirt walks over.
There's a lot of rocks, and you're very strong. Do you think you could help us real quick? There's potentially a magic item on the other side.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Squirt.
Then Jen moves out of the way.
Is anyone else gonna help Squirt?
Jen will follow.
Kelton
Kiva
will-
wants to talk to Boldor more.
Jen would also say, if we can't get it, I'm just pointing it out. But Kiva, would any animal forms be good at burrowing and getting rock?
I don't know about getting through a rock, but burrowing, I can probably do something with that. Let me double check what my list of wild shapes looks like.
Okay, and Jen goes back.
Actually, that would probably be a decent one. Yeah, I could do that.
I'm just gonna say Twitch was with everyone. Can I send my my little guy to check it out? The one who's been hiding in my bag.
Oh,
You sure
swing
can. Yeah, you open your bag, and as you do that, you see a little black face kind of looking up at you, mimicking your moves yet again.
I'm gonna indicate like where to where we need them to go.
Oh,
And then point to my eyes.
you're
like,
trying to
look
ask him?
home. Yeah.
So you ask him, and do you make your way over to this place too?
Yep. I had stepped away, but I figured I was going wherever everyone else was going.
Okay. Yeah. We'll say. Is there anyone not going into this room?
Kiva kind of stands there for a bit and is like pondering her memory, trying to think if she knows an animal form that would be helpful. And she kind of gets a look at her face like, oh, that might be. Will we have a chance to rest after we do this?
No.
Kind of asks the group as a whole. If I change shapes now and we don't rest, I won't be able to later if we get into a.
Yeah, I'd wait till we're a little bit more knowing what's going on here. Looking at you, I'd be like, we don't know what we may face further on. We may need to hold off on that, whatever you're thinking.
Okay. All right.
All right. So you pull out your bag, and I'll just say that everyone. I didn't hear a no from anyone, so we'll say everyone makes their way into the room. You pull out your bag, and you hear almost a gasp come from Boldar. From behind you, Twitch. Ah, a chewinga. But they're so rare. How do you have one?
You see Twitch like beam with pride and like he chose me.
So you make your gestures to the thing, and for the first time, it says something. And you do not understand at all what it says. It says something and then kind of like hops down, like grabbing your clothes, and like hops down and kind of like almost skips away towards the wall and starts walking towards the wall and just looks back, and it says something again. You all hear it. No one understands this in your group. No one understands this, and he turns back towards the wall and disappears into the cracks. Squirt and Jin, you guys begin moving rocks and stones. Is anyone else helping?
Elton is with my supervision.
Okay.
I'm weak. Rocks and stones ain't my forte.
True. All right, we gotta get Kelton in there. All right.
Yeah, if we're all. If this is turned into a group effort, Kiva will jump in as well. Yeah.
Okay. As you guys begin moving rocks, Boulder kind of tries to stop you all. Just hold on one moment. I'm assuming no one understood that. Yes?
No.
Well,
Oh?
it said, surprisingly, it said it was going to go look, and it will tell you what it finds.
What
What is
language?
it speaking?
Okay.
So you ask what language is it speaking? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's speaking primordial.
Figured.
Yeah.
If only I had my warlock.
Oh man. So yeah, you guys, if you all wait a few moments, I'm assuming you do, question mark?
Yep.
Okay. You all wait a few moments, and about maybe a minute later, the tiny little chewinga scurries its way out from one of the cracks, almost reappearing from one of the shadows of the rock, and it kind of looks back up at you, Twitch, and just has like this head. Its head goes kind of like back and forth as it speaks once again. You don't see any mouth or lips, but you all hear in primordial it speak again.
What does that sound like?
I should have known that was coming. It's a really guttural sort of language that sounds like
What
It's a-
dialect of Primordial is it speaking?
Well, unless you ask that
'Cause
to
it's
Boulder.
got, you got the four. You got no. I'm. This is to kind of help you flavor it a bit because it's the four different dialects: is Aran, Ignan. It depends on the element it's more associated with.
Right, but
So each of the dialects sounds a little different.
that's fine. I'm not actually going to speak it because I was going to make up some fanciful way that it was supposed to sound. But I
Okay.
really, it's a very guttural language with lots of clicks and pops and a lot of consonants. It's a very weird sounding language. But if you ask in game what type of primordial, you might get a different answer. All right, well, I'll take that as a no.
Kiva's not that familiar with Primordial.
Okay. That makes
He knows
sense.
elementals can speak it, and that's about it.
Okay. He kind of looks over all of you. Well, the item still lives. I think if we can remove this wall, it doesn't seem like too much work. We can get to that orb.
Can you tell us more about this orb? Like, where did it come from?
Well,
Or what it does?
we weren't able to determine exactly what it does. We know it contains a very powerful spell, but we weren't able to unlock its use. Basically, he goes on to tell you that they tried everything that they could think of within the school walls trying to get this orb to produce whatever magic it's holding, but they were not able to get it to work. So they don't necessarily know what magic it holds. He can tell you that it is radiant magic. And
So no touchy drinks.
that is radiant magic, and that is really about all.
Okay. And like, no idea where it came from. Nothing like that.
It was brought to them by one of the students who found it actually in part of the Fey Forest where the veil is super thin. Just happened to fall actually out from a tree onto the ground, is what he was told.
Oh, okay. So it could literally be from anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Basically.
Terrific.
Perfect.
So you guys continue moving the stuff away?
After Twitch puts the train away.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys managed to pull these rocks out actually at a pretty quick pace, and you do manage to open up the hole here wide enough for Squirt. If you want to move in, you can actually get in before everyone else since you're smaller. And you do see in this room a chest, very much like Lightbringer, glowing a blue, yellow, white glow from the chest.
Jin would like to check for traps.
Jin is not in there.
Oh, I thought I was helping.
You're helping, but Squirt was
clear it
able
away.
to move in before everyone else because she's smaller.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah. So Squirt, you are standing in front of a chest that has a blue, yellow, white glow coming from the broken top of it.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna open it.
Okay. You open it, and there is, in fact, inside a very bright blue, yellow, white glowing orb. It's roughly the size of your palm, so it's about the size of a large marble, maybe a silver dollar. Well, it's good. Give a good description here. It's about that in diameter, so it's not very big. It's easily concealed, easily held, that sort of deal. And do you grab it?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you grab it, you can feel a wave of energy wash over you, and you feel that you can almost feel this thing vibrating with magical energy. Like, you can feel that this is something powerful. You take it back? Oh, did we lose Squirt?
Squirt?
Squirt.
Oh
Are you
no!
alive?
Oh no! She picked up the orb and died.
Apparently.
Hey, she
can you hear
lives!
us now?
What?
But can you speak?
Squirt?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
So, you
Alright.
pick it up and you feel this orb vibrating with this magical energy. We didn't hear anything after that.
Oh, I said I was just gonna wait for everybody else to come in.
Oh, you're gonna wait for him to clear the rubble. Okay. Yeah. So Squirt goes in, and you guys. Do you guys keep doing the rubble?
I probably wouldn't if I see her being able to go in, because I'd probably assume, oh, we got enough where somebody can go look.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Kiva's probably the same way.
Which one wanna
Say
keep
Kelton
moving
keeps
stuff
going.
if it falls on someone?
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So Squirt, as you turn around to wait for them to dig you out, you recognize pretty quick. You don't hear any more grinding noises of rocks being moved or thrown around. It sounds
Well,
like
I'll
they're
come
not
out
digging.
there then.
wait, is she trapped in? Did it
No.
close behind her?
No.
Okay.
No.
You said dig her out, so I was confused.
All right. So Squirt, you make your way back out, and you all can see indeed that Squirt is holding this orb, and it, just like Lightbringer, is glowing this bright white, blue, yellow glow to it, just kind of like fluctuating in her hand. And Boulder just says to you all, I'm glad to know that this item exists. I was concerned. It's unfortunate when we do not discover what these things are. If you ever find out what it is, please do let us know. Let me know.
We need to get ourselves the message cantrip, or the spell. The, sending. I don't remember what it is.
Sending.
I haven't got it quite yet.
Hold on. And he starts patting his vestment that he's wearing. Hang on. And
gosh.
he opens up this vest, and you see like 20 different pockets on one side, and he starts like rifling through.
I love this guy.
Here it is. And he pulls out one of two sending stones and holds it out to whoever grabs it.
I was like, scroll.
No, it's a stone.
Jen will grab it.
Yep. If no one else is grabbing it, then yeah, Jen grabs it.
I'm looking at it
Okay.
like, why is he giving this to us?
He wants to know what it is. He wants to know what that item was. He's willing to give
So
you
you
this
want us
stone
to
just to
go ahead
find
and
out
take
what
it?
it is.
Okay, I mean, we're not exactly a well-equipped school of magic to try and discover what something does, but if we happen to find out,
Well, from what I've gathered thus far, you all seem more than capable of finding out what this is, and if it is in fact as powerful as I think it is, protecting it from others who might wield it in the wrong
Well,
way.
that's not ominous.
Protecting it from others, yes.
All right.
okay.
Well, shall we? Let's.
So I guess we press on.
Mm-hmm. You guys make your way around. As you do, you see that this has somewhat caved in, very much similar to the stairs on the other side. There, you can ignore all the green. I had to prep just in case you guys didn't fix that. Because you all would have had to pass through all of this goo that would have been everywhere. And you can kind of see very small remnants of, like, maybe it looks almost like spider web strings, just really rustling in the wind. It all looks desiccated and decayed. There are two large-faced statues by this entryway, and as you make your way up to it, he holds everyone just, these are not from the school. I do not know what these are.
Well, that makes sense. We've seen signs of its previous occupant after the school fell, as far as we've been told.
Can I make an investigation check on the statues?
Do you get close to the statues?
I will get within 10 feet between those two ranges.
I need to
Just
know
10
exactly how close you're getting.
10 feet away.
10 feet away.
10
So
feet away.
roll me a investigation check with disadvantage.
Or I could do perception.
Either will be with disadvantage.
Okay, I'm doing perception then.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
thank God.
They look like really grotesque formations of a face that seem to be frowning in a permanent grimace on this face. It is completely
Familiar looking face?
What?
Is it a familiar looking face?
It is not. It's an abomination.
Okay.
Abomination looking face is what
Okay.
it looks like.
All right.
Yeah, it is definitely not familiar.
Okay.
But yeah, you're looking at it and it's completely made of stone, like marbled stone. It actually looks pretty good now that it's probably not covered in goo. It looks pretty good.
Who's holding on to the orb we found?
I believe Squirt is.
Currently, it hasn't been handed off as far as I know.
Okay.
If it glows, I don't want it. At least not that color.
That's funny. Dre's is now scared of everything. Do you get any closer? Does anyone else do anything?
I'm anxious.
It's a Lynn's quest, you know?
I don't know what to do here.
Twitch is looking at a Lynn and kind of about to make that gesture of like, do your magic, make this happen.
Well, that's a fair point. We could try and see if there's anything magic about them.
As you say that, you hear words coming from behind you, and Boulder cast detect magic behind you guys. Ah, yes, they are
What I was
indeed
about to have
magical.
to do.
They are indeed magical. What is I can never remember the what's the animate object spell? School.
Pretty sure that's transmutation.
Is it transmutation? I thought
I
it was
think
like
so.
evocation or something like that. I can never remember. It's one of those. It's one of those schools. Well, it's fine. Either one doesn't matter. Oh, there we go. That's the easy way to do it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, transmutation. Yep. So more transmutation magic. So he basically says, yes, they are indeed magical. They radiate with the transmutation energy. I am certain that these are from the witch.
Of course they are.
Well, I
Fucking thing
think
is-
I can probably dispel them.
So no one's getting close.
No.
Okay.
I can probably dispel them, but that's gonna take a lot out of me.
Or we could just kill it.
Well, stand back. Let me see if I still remember how to do this. And is anyone moving away from him?
Kiva takes like 3 large steps back.
Same.
Oh, yeah.
He moves forward about 10 feet away, and you guys all move back. And he begins making these hand gestures and somatic movements and verbal, and he just releases it, and you see this clash of like blue and green and black, and against both faces, and the faces begin moving, and they say, where's my thing? In unison, the two begin speaking together. Only the true believers follow the path of the unrighteous.
What the hell does that mean?
I
Can you try?
I do not know. I know that I am not going down there.
Can you type that in
Alright,
chat?
well,
Yeah. I can type that in chat. This is not a riddle,
It's alright.
guys. Just FYI, this is not a riddle, but
I.
before you guys
Is it
spend
on
like
the door
20 years
now?
on it.
Hey, we didn't
Is
spend
there
that
an
long. We
entrance
figured it
now?
out.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ellen.
Is there an entrance now?
Yeah, there's an entrance. You can go down. For
I'll
sure.
send Edgar in.
Okay. Edgar flies down and
He doesn't believe in anything.
no, he flies down.
Change
Nothing.
minds.
Yeah, he flies down. Nothing stops him. And as he goes down, again, no green goo.
There's-
Yeah. So just ignore all the green goo on the floor, except for when we get to the pool. You'll see the pool.
Well,
What? Where is he?
So he's at the entrance, just wherever. I
He's not
don't have
here.
his. Yeah. Well, I didn't set him up. It's fine. Where is he?
Dre's left.
Here we go.
Make
Jen
that
There
is
we go.
going to.
He flies down. So hang on. He flies down, and it is very much cavernous down here. This is very much not what the school was. This is unnaturally carved from the stone underground. Very much.
Okay, there doesn't seem to be anything.
No, there doesn't seem to be anything. It's very dark.
Yeah, it looks safe. Come on
Nope.
down.
Do you all make your way down?
Jen is going to. Jen is going to mutter to themselves, so no one ever called me righteous, and I was gonna walk through the statues.
All right. Anyone else going down?
Yeah, and I'll go down first, and I'll keep having Edgar. He's gonna check this place out.
Okay.
Bulldor, you sure you're gonna stay up here?
Absolutely. I fought her once and lost. I will not do it again.
She left a long time ago.
She left? How do you know
Yeah,
this?
apparently just got bored and left.
We don't know that. We just said she hasn't been seen. They say she disappeared.
You think she's probably here?
Fuck if I know.
I do not know. But if she is, I will not face her alone.
Well, no. of
Well,
course
you
not.
wouldn't be facing her alone. if
Roll.
she's here.
Everyone, roll me a perception check. If you guys are trying to get him down here, roll me a perception check.
I'm not trying to get him down here.
Oh,
I don't care.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kiva's just trying to process the fact that he thinks she might be here.
What the hell?
Wow, that is really unfortunate, Jen.
Yeah,
I told you, my dice just swing back and
perception or
forth.
insight?
It
Either
really
I'm
does.
like fantastic, or I'm rolling 3 or 4 nat ones a session. There is no in between.
There is no in between.
This
Uh,
is perception, not insight.
Oh yeah. What's your persuasion? I'm sorry. Did I say perception? Fuck.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said
Just,
perception.
so everyone keep your rolls, but what's your persuasion is the check that I was looking for here. Sorry about that.
Plus 10.
Plus 10 to persuasion?
Yep.
Wow.
Expertise,
You built
bitch.
your character to do one
Silver
very
tongue.
specific thing.
Very true. Kiva, are you, yeah? Okay. Alright, so is everyone's
Again,
persuasion?
she's not really trying to persuade him. She's
15,
just trying
okay.
to grasp. Anybody paying attention to Kiva would probably notice she has started shaking a bit.
Yeah, probably. Oh, poor Kiva.
Your child.
Yeah,
So even with a nat 1, I got a 11.
yeah,
Which
that's
is better than Kiva got.
Yeah, true. Unfortunately, it was still a nat 1. So you all are trying to convince him, and just she's probably not here anymore, and it's definitely been so long. There's no reason for her to be here. We haven't seen any signs of anyone. And Jen's like, actually, we've seen lots of signs of that. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's very possible that she could still be here. And Jen, you basically ruin it with that nat 1. Just like, yeah, everything you guys are saying is not necessarily true. It could actually be the other way. And he just like, yeah, that feels right. And he refuses to go down.
Are you gonna wait up here, or?
I will wait if you would like for me to wait. I will.
I just noticed the bitch and dragon skeleton in the map.
You can thank Twitch for that idea. There's two of them if you find the other one. So
nice.
So you.
I found the other one.
Yeah, there you go. So he basically he'll wait for you up here, but he's not going to wait forever because obvious reasons.
Things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's ready to get back to life as he used to know it. But he is willing to wait for a time up there, a few hours or so at most.
What's time to an elf that's lived beyond his years?
Do you say that? Do you say that?
Yes, that's a very Twitch thing.
That is a very Twitch thing to do. Young one, time is fluid. It flows back and forth. It goes up and down and sideways. As you age, you will come to understand this, but time does not stop. And
It's all wibbly wobbly.
yes, time. He's basically he's trying to give you a lesson in time that you probably aren't going to understand, but it basically boils down to he's not going to wait because time waits for no one.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Twitch also is probably going to look like, yeah, I've already experienced this firsthand.
Right.
You can't teach this young one nothing.
I'm trying to sit here and think. How long has it been since Twitch has been called Young One?
It's been a long time.
Can
Really,
I
this
have
is
Ed
grandpa time
try
right
to
here.
explore some of these tunnels?
Sure.
By yourself? By himself?
Having him go by himself? Which way does he go? He goes north. All right. We're going to remove some stuff.
I think most of us still aren't down there, right? Like it's only Olin and...
Yeah, so it's only Edgar, Jin, and Alin so far because everyone else was trying to convince him to go down.
While everyone's talking, it'd probably go back and forth, to be honest. Try to oh, what's over here? Oh, what's over here? And
Yeah.
Flipping around. Do both of these ways go down?
Yes, actually, both ways go down. So, what Edgar sees, I didn't actually do that. Cool. Whatever. So yeah, what Edgar sees is a path leading to a split in the pathway, which both sides go down. They look very similar. There are some minor differences between the two, but both sides go down, and you really can't tell much unless he's flying down those paths.
I'd like to check out the north path.
He flies north?
Yes.
Okay. He flies north, and he sees what looks like probably a room going off to the left, and the path splits again and goes to the right.
What's on the left?
Okay. So as Edgar is doing this, everyone else, are you coming down?
Come downstairs, please.
Yes. Dre's would have already
Why?
headed his way down.
Okay. Squirt?
Yeah.
Okay. Kiva and Twitch?
Yep. Kiva stays close next to Twitch.
Okay.
Hesitantly,
Maul.
but we gotta go down, right?
Yeah. All right, so you all make your way down, and you can see Alin doing his thing. Jin's kind of looking around a bit too. And as you guys kind of look around, so as Edgar turns into this room here, it's a very long corridor filled with cobwebs that kind of go back and forth. It looks like even the cobwebs are old. They've been here for an age or better. They do not look used. They look like they had been used at one time. There are still captures in it, but they are no longer. It looks like they're no longer active.
Okay.
They are pretty thick though, so Edgar won't be able to like fly through. They go from ceiling to wall to other wall to ground. Very, very much.
Doesn't seem to be anything interesting here, other than like some bones and broken blue things.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, because Edgar's flying around, he's not really looking for things. He's just looking to see what things are. All right. Are you guys moving anywhere while Edgar's doing this?
Yeah, I'd be moving. Edgar's like reporting, and I'd say, "Come on, let's go. There's 2 paths, and we need to go east."
Okay. So you walk up here, and I need you to make me a dexterity
Why
saving
do I
throw.
keep falling backwards?
Fuck.
Like
I moved
keep
you.
getting pulled back. Oh, okay.
I moved you. Because Alin is leading.
Oh, okay.
Big.
Yeah, as you make your way north, following where Edgar has already flown, you step on a floor trap, and the floor goes out beneath you, and I need to roll.
I'll try to reach out and grab.
You take 18 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall 15.
Ouch.
As you fall 15 feet down into a hole that
Hey, does anyone
completely
have any, like,
encompasses.
healing?
Yeah, it completely encompasses that walkway.
Oh, wow.
Ow.
Since I was
I'm
behind
gonna have Edgar
Elaine,
land walk from now on.
Go ahead, Corey.
since I was behind
Is
Elaine,
this
could
like
I
a
have
pit
hang on,
tried to
Elaine.
grab a?
Hang on, Len.
Could
Go
I
ahead,
have
Corey.
tried to grab a hold of? Could I try to have grabbed and saved him from falling?
Would you have been close enough, walking like immediately
Yeah,
behind?
I was like right there, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like,
Normally yes, but I've already rolled damage.
oh, okay. Because I tried to ask before when
Oh,
you
did
said
you?
it fell. I asked
Yeah.
if I could.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I missed that. All right, then yeah, I'll allow that then.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay. What?
So roll me.
is that?
You can roll me either a dex check or a athletics check.
Dex 1. It's also a -1, so wish me luck. 14.
Woo.
It's high. I'm gonna say that you save Olin from half of that damage. You
So I
managed.
get 9 damage?
Yeah. So you managed to stop Olin from falling immediately.
But he slams,
But as you
like,
go to
into the
grab
wall.
Olin, Olin, as you fall, you feel this hand grab you, and you fall and hit the side of the wall. And as you're hanging there, you can feel the hand slipping, and all of a sudden, Dre's ends up letting go. But you land on your feet. You still fall 15 feet. So you still take damage. It's just not nearly as much as you would have not being stable.
Ow.
I tried.
But Olin,
Thank you.
yeah,
Does anyone
Olin-
have rope?
yeah, Lynn, you were 15 feet into a deep, dark hole, and everyone, it is like pitch black down here. The only light,
Is it
the
trap
only
or is it
light,
sinkhole?
well, hang on. The only light that is
Doesn't
around
matter.
are the lights from Lightbringer, if that is out, and any other
Yes.
sort of lit objects. So if Squirt, if you're still holding that orb, it is actually casting a bright light too.
Yeah.
What about
Jen starts
the wish-
getting out rope.
the drift globe?
I don't think Kiva's holding it.
Well, I said earlier Kiva would offer the drift globe to someone else since she can use Lightbringer for a light source.
Ah, okay, I missed that. Did anyone take it?
Jen probably would have, because Jen can't see.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll say you're holding the drift globe.
And Jen is going to start lowering a silk rope to Alin. And then ask some people to help Jen brace, because Jen is not super strong.
Yeah, Twitch is gonna jump in and help.
Okay.
Yeah.
skeleton would.
If Alin shouted out at all, Kiva would have rushed forward as well. So.
Yep. As you all rush forward, you do see this almost 10-foot wide pit that Alin has fallen into, and Jin, you lower it down into the hole, and both of you guys go ahead. Jin and Twitch, make me a strength check. You can make add athletics if you have that. Nice. Oh, there we go. All right, so between the two of you, you guys are actually able to, and Alin, I'm gonna actually have you make a strength check as well, just real quick, just to make sure you're not like.
Check?
Yeah, just a check real quick. I just want to see if you make sure you
10?
don't fumble. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, between the two of you, you guys are able to lift Alin back up from that hole. And get him up back to the surface, and you all can see right now that hole is uncrossable as just walking. You will have to find another route or walk over the hole.
Okay, I'll pull Edgar back to me, and let's go the other way.
Okay. You walk that way, and there is no traps that you see. There's
I'm gonna have Edgar like hop on the floor. Instead of flying.
Okay.
No, I'm serious.
Edgar gonna die.
No, it doesn't matter. He can take damage.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. All right, so Edgar begins. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I would find it absolutely hilarious if there was a rule implemented when familiars just got so tired of this shit that even if they had to like obey the orders, it's like that thing where you do it by the letter of the law and you're as unhelpful as possible while fulfilling the wishes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about to happen. I was actually going to get there, but that's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. All right, so Edgar's hopping on the floor, and as he's hopping, he hits a hole, and I need him to make a dex saving throw.
He can fly.
I still need him to make the save to catch himself flying. It'll be an easier save for him. Let's say it that way.
Plus he has a +3 to dex. I don't know if he has a saving throw. It doesn't really say on the...
Then it would just be the normal dex.
Okay.
Yeah, it just... that should be fine. Yeah, if it doesn't say he's got...
10.
A 10? So as he comes up, as he falls, he manages to flap his wings out real quick and catches himself midair before he hits the ground. And as he flaps his way up, and as he gets just above the hole, he is hit with 3 spikes that come out from the sides of the wall.
Okay, we really need to start checking for traps.
I mean, I would have offered, but you were so confident when you came in here. I thought I was just going to leave it up to you.
He takes 11 points of piercing damage.
How many points?
This time. It's 11 points of piercing damage.
Does he get to like have an armor class or anything?
No, this is a trap.
I did
it's
not
not an
hit
attack.
points, yes.
Yeah.
He poofs.
He poofs?
Yes.
Okay. So Edgar vanishes as the things slide through him, and he poofs out of existence. You're able to cast him again.
I could cast him, but I don't want to waste the spell slot. Like 11 minutes down here.
Gotcha. All right. Well, it's up to you guys. All right. So you guys now have. And I'll just.
10 gold. So
Yeah.
I'll wait.
I'll make some holes here. So you have a hole here, and you have a hole here.
Jen is going to turn back to the party. Reminder, I can't see well down here. Anyone else good at checking for traps who can actually see?
Is it
Looking
possible
at
to
Twitch.
go over this hole?
No, this hole is exactly like the other one. Completely covers your walking area. I would like for everyone to roll me an insight check.
We can't step over it or like jump or anything.
No.
13.
23.
Oh. Almost a 15, but it's 7. These digital dice still giving you that
Woo!
ray of hope.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice. All right. So, let's see. Lynn and Jen, and who the hell am I missing? Twitch.
Kiva.
Twitch.
Yeah, baby.
Twitch is on there.
Oh, I just didn't see. I'm sorry. I missed the 3 above that. Sorry. Okay. So, yeah, everyone except for Dre's. It all kind of dawns on you now what those statues were talking about as you have found this second trap. And Kiva, you know specifically that those statues were definitely talking about these. Only the true believers will follow the path of the unrighteous. They're talking. It's not so much it's a riddle as a warning. Those of you who don't know the path are gonna die.
I think. Do we have any like poles or something or sticks? I feel like we got that.
I have a staff.
Can I borrow that?
No,
Do we want to die?
it's mine.
I'm just going to use it to poke the ground. The actual staff won't get hurt.
Can't I poke the ground?
If you want to go first, go ahead.
Twitch, you were gonna say something?
Don't we have a pole of collapsing?
I think you do somewhere, unless someone didn't get it back from.
Or have we lost
Einar.
that in our
It
inventory?
may have been lost in all of the item shuffles. I don't remember seeing one. I'll say it that way. Does anyone?
I had it at one point, and I gave it back to someone, I thought.
Must have been back to Einar. Squirt, do you have it by chance?
No, I thought we decided that because nobody had it, then that was one of the things that we
Okay.
just didn't have.
Yep, that's fair. Well, I bet you guys wish you had it now.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Jen's going to say, sure, you can go first. And
All
we
right.
concede the scouting to him.
All right, Olin, where do you go?
Does it look like there's any possible way I could get over this hole?
No, not unless you have some way to cover a 10-foot span of walking distance.
Oh Jesus!
How tall are the
Okay,
walls
then
and
I'll-
tunnels?
So yeah, so the walls and tunnels themselves, the tunnel itself is actually really tall, compared to what you would expect. The stairs actually went down quite a bit. The ceiling is actually about 15 feet high. The walls, however, are only about 10 feet wide. They are very much the size of these holes, it seems like, and the walls seem to be made out of carved rock, and it's very like carved. You can almost see like claw marks in the rock as you're making your way through. It's very much carved stone.
Nice. Okay, so I'd go this way. I'm going very slowly, like tapping the staff pretty firmly against the ground.
Which way?
Ahead of every step. This direction.
South?
South?
Yes.
South? Okay.
Southeast.
All right. As you make your way south, tapping your staff slowly, I would like for you to roll me a perception check.
Jen will be following close behind to grab him if he misses.
Jen, you
11.
And
okay? Jen, you can make this perception check with disadvantage.
okay.
We have to figure out a better way around this.
Are the walls like
I don't think there is one.
they're carved with claws? So can we climb the walls?
You might be able to kind of climb it, but it's going to be a really rough check.
Jen,
I
Yeah.
can test fly. I just don't want to waste the slots.
I have a question. Jen is a changeling, so I'm thinking about something. Could Jen grow like little frog suckers on the end of their hands?
No, I'm not going to give you spider
Damn
climb.
it.
No, that we're not going to do that.
You
Okay.
can't have free
Right. That's
racial
You
traits.
can't
You-
break the game.
right. That's still yeah. Nope. I would say that you can make the suckers, but they're not going to work.
Okay.
Not the way you think. You could
You can
absolutely
something
make
that
the
looks
suckers.
like frog
Right.
suckers, but it wouldn't actually
Okay.
have any of the internal structures required to stick.
Why don't you just
Okay.
do something with wings?
That's extra limbs.
Yep. It's considered extra limbs.
Don't give yourself legs. I don't know. I'm thinking outside the box here.
All right. So, Alyn, as you're making your way through the tunnel, tapping the staff on the ground, looking for these holes, you're kind of like looking around, trying to see if there's anything. And as you're poking your staff on the ground, you hear this noise, this shing, as two blades come out from either side of the wall, and you take 8 points of piercing damage as the two blades. I was actually pretty lucky. As the two blades kind of pierce through part of your flesh, your skin, as you're making your way through this. This also feels like the wrong path.
Then where the fuck is the right path? Because there's only
It keeps branching off.
what?
It keeps branching off. So there's always one right branch and one wrong branch, and we keep going down the
Yes,
wrong
the branch at the top is wrong, and the branch at the direct east is wrong, and the branch to the south is wrong, and the branch to
Isn't
the back just
there
leads
a
to
room? Yes, a room that goes up past the other hole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Light
We gotta
bulb.
go through the spider
Cute.
web.
Yes.
Hey, does it have a healing spell? I'm not feeling terrific.
I do not have one, obviously.
All right. So you guys are
Would you
like,
like to give that to me yet?
all right. Squirt. I'm assuming you're following all of that.
I think.
At
Twitch
this
is
point,
slightly in
I'd
front of
offer
Kiva.
Jin the staff.
Jin takes the staff.
All right.
And
Twitch,
it's
what were you?
also
Hang on,
something-
Twitch. What were you saying?
If you break
Kiva's
my
slightly
gift
behind
from
Twitch.
Jimmy, I'm gonna be so mad.
Okay. Twitch. What were you saying?
In all of this, Kiva's just slightly behind Twitch, but they're always going to be close to each other.
Okay. That is good to know.
Mhm.
All right.
Good.
Jen, are you making your way through?
Yes.
Okay.
Jin is going to be looking for traps and tapping the ground at least 5 feet ahead.
As far as you can reach with the staff, I got it.
Yeah.
Everyone, go ahead and make me perception checks as you make your way through this spider web filled room.
I still got the drift globe. That's 16.
Okay.
Yikes. I perceive.
What
You
were
said
we
a
doing?
perception check?
Perception. Yep. Perception.
Alyn, do you want that level 2 cure wounds?
I think I only need a level 1, but
Oh, okay. I'll do that then.
All right. As you before you cast that, as you're making your way through the room, you do actually find a few things. There's a few catches. Well, I guess you did cast it.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I
all right.
picked it like right as you said it.
All right. It's destiny. It was meant to happen. It's fine. As you make your way through this web-infested room, you do find a few things. There's a few chests that have been destroyed, damaged. It looks like this was maybe not so much a dormitory, but a place for servants or acolytes or followers of Baba Yaga to sleep. This very much looks like the quote-unquote hideout for all of the followers of Baba Yaga. And as you make your way through, you do see a few symbols, and I'll post that in chat.
I guess the queen would have something like this.
Yeah. Where's,
Yeah. Some servants.
Yep. Followers, if you will. Where's my...
He's got a lot of social media followers.
Love it. You do see a few symbols that look like that. as you're making your way through. Those of you who rolled a 15 or higher. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3. All right, so Jin, leading the charge with your staff, you do find a few things.
With my
you
staff.
find a catch that has a spider web that you see has like a bulbous protrusion coming from it. And as you like poke it with the staff, you hear like this ding, ding, ding. It sounds like glass, and you like rub away the web, and you can see that there's a red vial in there in the catch with the person. The skeleton is still clutching the vial, but you could absolutely take it out.
Is there any sign of any trap or something weird?
No, this would be a really weird place for a trap, in the place where people are sleeping and living.
Jin would think so, but also this is someone called the Witch Queen, so Jin doesn't know. So Jin would think.
Okay. So you would,
I have
sorry,
that.
would or wouldn't take it?
I would.
Would, okay. Yep.
Healing, I'm guessing.
You take the potion. You're not exactly sure what it does, but it's definitely red and viscous. Very much like other healing potions you've seen.
I will put it in my bag. Finders keep.
Write that down, Jin.
Yeah. Kiva, as you're making your way through, after seeing some of the stuff that's in the webs and stuff, you feel a little uneasy and kind of like go over to one of the beds to like chill for a moment. And as you do, you look over inside one of these broken chests, and you see a small satchel that seems to be filled with coins, gold coins, in fact. And as you open the bag, it looks to be roughly 50 gold coins in the bag.
Kiva can have that.
And Squirt, as you're following up everyone and seeing that, oh, hey, people have found some stuff, you start like actively looking for anything that you can find. You go from like bed to bed, looking underneath, crawling under a few, looking in all the cabinets, the chests, and so on and so forth. And by the time everyone makes their way through, oh, I'm not moving that. By the time everyone makes their way through, you feel like you've searched high and low through everything that you could, and as you're making your way your last turn, you actually find a glint of a bright blue gem on the far right wall. It's about 6 inches in diameter and about 6 inches long, almost like a square cube. Almost square, but it's not square.
Okay.
So it's a blue square cube, and it actually looks fairly worthwhile. You might be able to sell this for at least 50 gold, if not more.
Okay.
All right. So continuing on, Jen, where are you headed?
I am continuing. How tall is the staff?
The staff is only going to give you a 5-foot reach at most. Like, that's the very far reaches of the staff.
Okay, but that should still be enough not to have something open under Jin's feet. Okay.
If it touches it, yeah.
Yeah, and Jin will be making it touch like every foot, like just rapidly tapping, but kind of with some pressure. And going down this way.
All right.
Rather slow and steady than dead.
Yep, that makes sense. You make your way down.
Melinda's definitely seconded line.
Yeah, you make your way down, and as you do such, you do find that it once again splits off and goes both in 4 directions this time. And as you make your way over, you see a large area with bright glowing green coming from it. You're pretty sure this is the pool.
Jin feels that with all the crossing paths and all the traps, going this way directly to Area 4 might be another trap. So Jin is going to start tapping on the floor with as far as the reach as possible. Just double check.
Yeah, as you start tapping on the floor, and I'm just gonna uncover this because you guys are gonna end up going there anyway, I'm sure. So I'll just describe the situation real quick. As you're tapping this floor, behind you flaps a blood-stained white curtain. It just seems to be flowing back and forth in whatever tiny amount of breeze is in here. And as you step forward and start poking and prodding the ground, your staff all of a sudden goes through the ground. And yeah, and it very much, the whole floor just caves in where you just poked in a 10-foot wide diameter, almost a perfect rectangle.
By the steps where the pool is?
Yep. So you are, there is a big hole.
Where there's pit traps.
Yeah.
So Jin turns back to the group and says, here's a good tip. If you've already found traps multiple times and you suddenly come across an area that seems too easy with other areas left, that one probably is a trap as well.
Jin, I love the rogue trying to rogue other people.
She's becoming self-aware.
Yeah. You all hear Jin yell that out. Jin, so behind you, a curtain that you can't see behind. So yeah, that's what's behind you. A curtain you can't see behind. To your other side, a path that you have yet to go down. It looks safe, just like everything else. Which way do you go?
Jin is going to cautiously push all that aside with the staff, not with any hand, because Jin doesn't know what's in here. This is a witch queen.
Oh, absolutely. And as you get close,
not touching anything.
As you get close, before you even, we'll see if you even open it. As you get close, the smell of rotted flesh fills your nose.
Oh,
it smells absolutely horrid as you get closer.
Well,
to this.
not my nose.
Yeah, not your nose. Oh, so you do open it, and as you open it, this room, from top to bottom, covered in blood. Most of it is dried and brown, but there is actually fresh blood in here. And
Jen free.
Oh, lovely.
And then backs out and turns around. So we might have a problem. I found a room.
Right?
One moment. I found a room. It is covered in blood, and some of it is fresh, and the corpses still smell, and corpses only smell until they start completely deteriorating, which means it's relatively fresh, and I could have been right. She might be down here.
Can we take an hour to recast Find Familiar?
I mean, we could, but if the Witch Queen is here, she probably already knows.
If the Witch Queen is here, we will not survive.
Unless she wants to make a deal.
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very presumptuous.
Did already face a witch.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, witch.
Some of us.
Yeah.
I almost died to that.
So, you guys are kind of all standing in this circular entryway here. Not entryway, but this circular, this path over here.
Can Kiva make a comment?
Yeah.
Does it look like there's any traps?
As the conversation turns to, hey, yeah, she might actually be here, and I think someone just mentioned, hey, we've already fought a witch. Kiva kind of quietly mentions, she might not be alone if she's here.
What do you mean?
She could be part of a coven.
I don't know if the Witch Queen does covens. There could be a coven. There could be.
We don't know anything. So there could.
Not much about her at all.
I'm almost certain she does do covens.
So to answer your question, Kiva, yeah, you would actually recognize that symbol. It probably would have sent you into another flashback.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Can I check out?
And that's kind of why I was bringing it up.
Do we notice her panic?
Well, she's not panicking per se at the
Well,
moment
you've been
because she's kind of
shaking.
psyched herself up for it at this point, but she's definitely still kind of subconsciously shaking.
Okay, do I notice that?
Can I like?
I mean, Twitch asked that a while ago, but I just assumed that the answer had been yes.
Go ahead, Alin.
Can I prestidigitate a very strong good smell under my nose so I can check out the blood room without throwing up?
Yeah, I'm actually not going to make you guys roll a con save for that. It's disgusting, but you guys have dealt with enough disgusting stuff recently that this is actually not that bad.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Dre's kinda-
Dre's.
Go ahead.
Should we go
I
in
was
order?
gonna say,
maybe?
Dre's kind of
Yeah.
tap dances into the blood room.
Tap dances in. All right. So, Trace, as you tap dance your way into the blood room, it is.
Question.
Yeah, it's catastrophic in here. You've seen this kind of
What happened?
decimation of bodies before, just in from your world, from the last war, and it's very reminiscent of where you've come from. There are bodies with missing heads, limbs that have been not cut off but torn off, ripped off of the body. Spikes protruding from one of the bodies, and you can actually hear a faint from the cage that is in the far right corner.
Oh my fucking god, there's someone alive in here.
Yay!
Yay, this is not yay!
Well, I would like to search over in that area for sure, and go check out the cage and see if they're in there and see what can maybe be done. But also, as I'm looking around, is there any viable resurrections or animates that I can do?
Yeah, there's several corpses. I don't know how useful they'd be in a battle because their bodies are very mangled. But yeah, you have three other corpses that you could use.
Okay.
Question.
Go ahead.
Did we decide we weren't waiting? I thought people were saying they were.
Waiting? What do you mean?
I wanted to cast Find Familiar.
A short rest.
Oh, I don't think that was given for waiting. I don't think you guys were gonna wait.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't need him. He's just kind. He doesn't do a lot of damage. He's just kind of helpful.
Okay, then while they're searching that, I'm gonna do something here in the chat.
Dre said that there was something coming from the cage, and if I heard that, I'm gonna check that out.
Well, I did not.
I went into the blood room as well, so wouldn't I have seen something?
You might have. I'm gonna let Dre's go first, and then you can do your thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cast Animate Dead on the two, at least ones with arms, at the very least.
Yeah, there are two with arms. One of the ones with arms does not have a head. So again, not sure how useful they'll be.
It's more about my thought process is more bodies to throw as cannon fodder.
All right.
So they'll be very useful.
Yeah, sure. All right. So, yeah, you cast it, and they start convulsing and rising from the floor. You have two undead that you have risen, and
zombies.
And once again, Alin, this time you hear it as well. A very soft, faint coming from the cage to the far right.
Gabe, would they be zombies?
They're zombies. Yeah, they were corpses,
Okay.
so they'll be zombies.
All right, cool. Yeah, then after that's done, definitely go over to the cage and see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, as you make your way over to the cage, you do see, in fact, a male elf. Looks to be another high elf, trapped in this cage. His body is pretty mangled. He's got cuts and nicks all over his body. Blood is coming out from all of the wounds. This is very fresh. Help me.
Guys, we got someone alive in here. I'll say that out loud.
Oh shit. Jin will come in.
All right. Yeah, you all, as you come in, you see everything that I've described before, and yeah.
What can we see? Can I see inside enough to see what his condition is?
It's not good. If I were to put this in terms of hit points, it's 1 HP.
Ooh. I don't think you're going to make it, buddy.
Yeah, he's a goner.
Man, you guys quit easy.
Jin rolls his eyes.
Well, that's reasonable from me.
Jin gives this guy.
Kiva walks over and is going to use another first level cure wounds on the guy.
Okay. Go ahead and drop your cure wounds, son.
These cure wounds rolls are great.
Oh wow, that is nuts. It's still good enough to help him as you cast your cure wounds. That's a touch, right? That's a touch spell.
He's muted.
Yeah, he is. Okay. Yeah. So as you reach out and touch him, you can see this the energy flow from you out to him, and his wounds begin to close up. He stops bleeding, and he kind of coughs up a little bit of blood, and is able to like manage to wipe it away. And you see that he is in fact looking a little better. Thank you. I thought I was dead.
Jenna's gonna give him some water.
He downs it. Is anyone else going into the room? Jen, you're obviously in there. Dre's, you're obviously in here. Kiva is obviously in here. Twitch and Squirt?
Yeah, I'm hanging out at the door.
Okay. Squirt, you gonna go into the blood room?
No.
Okay. Are the two of you guys talking or doing anything while this is happening?
Maybe talking how much of a bad idea it is.
The whole place is just fucking creepy.
Yeah. So he thanks you. You give him the water skin to drink out of, and he begins attempting to drink out of it.
And before it is halfway gone, Jen's gonna take it back and then say, "Alright, I'll give you the rest of this, and if we can trust you, we'll let you out. Who did this?"
I don't know her name, but she's still here. She's further in.
Who is she?
He just said he doesn't know.
Can you give us like a physical description?
Yeah, he gives you a physical description, but you ain't gonna like it. He gives you a physical description that looks something to the effect of this.
Banshee?
It is an elf. It is definitely an elf, but it completely shrouded in a smoke black cape. Like the cape itself is made of smoke. It billows onto the floor.
That's really cool, but seems like a very impractical fashion.
Yeah. So yeah, he gives you a description that basically resembles that.
Okay. Let's get this guy up to Boulder.
Wait.
Trace.
Wait.
Do you know why she is doing this, or
What happened to you?
or that?
I was captured I was wandering the forest where I shouldn't have been, apparently. And she got me and put me in this cage and been torturing me for weeks.
Can we break can we get him out of the cage?
Yeah, you guys can try to get him out of the cage. It does have a lock on it. You could pick the lock or break the lock, or try to blast the lock off.
I will pick the lock.
And then maybe we could take him back up to Boulder, up there by the entrance, because he's still waiting there probably. So
I'm gonna do a
can't,
sleight of
take him
hand
with
check
us. We can't leave him down here.
because it's the same as the thief's tools.
Okay. So, Jen, go ahead and roll your roll your lock picking check here.
I said I was doing sleight of hand because it's the same as thieves' tools. Thieves' tools doesn't have a thing to roll on.
Oh yeah, that I would have made you do that anyway. So as you roll, as you go to pick this lock, you're like digging and working at it, and all of a sudden you feel this like, and your lockpick breaks, and it's wedged in there.
Shit.
Okay, here, let me try something.
Jim backs up.
I'll orient myself at a 90-degree angle from the cage, so I'm not aiming into the cage. I'm just aiming at the lock and the wall because I want to accidentally kill this guy. And I tried to blast it with Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll.
Why am I wasting all the good damage on this?
Wow, that is a nice roll.
19.
Well, that definitely is going to hit it.
At least you aimed well.
Yeah. How many bolts do you have? You might as well go ahead and roll the rest of them.
2 bolts.
Okay.
Also pretty good.
Yeah,
I have a very high
they both hit.
modifier.
Go ahead and roll your damage. There's the rolls that we come to expect. 1s and 2s. Yeah.
But it's still +5.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 13 force damage.
Yeah. So you strike this lock. It's a very thick, heavy-duty lock, made of almost what it looks like pure silver, with a almost an inch thick bell that goes from one side to the other that's locking this in place. It's very dense, thick, and you shoot your 2 blasts, and it does do some damage to the bolt, to the lock, but the lock is still in place.
Hey,
Damn, that's a strong.
Kiva, seeing all this, what do you do?
Okay. Well, she would have stepped back for sure when Alin looked like he was gonna shoot the thing. Beyond that, I don't really know.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to know. I can ask.
Yeah.
Squirt, you hear blasts coming from the room behind you as you and Twitch are talking, and Jen had just momentarily yelled something out in like a curse sort of deal as his lockpick broke. Are you going into this room yet, or are you still standing out there?
Yeah, if it sounds like there's battle happening, I'll jump in.
Okay. Do you brandish any weapon or anything?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Dragon sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
It squirt bursts, and I'm like, perfect! Break this.
Yeah, Squirt, you do burst in, and you see a group of people standing around this cage. The room is completely covered in blood from top to bottom, dried and fresh blood. And they're standing around this cage. You can kind of see this guy this elf in the cage in the back, and it looks like there's black marks on this lock. And as you make your way in with weapon drawn, Alin whips around. Ah, Squirt! Perfect! You do this! And he points at the lock.
I'll try to break it.
Alright, roll me an attack roll!
I'm just waiting for this lady to come bursting into the room.
Right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
We made a bunch of noise.
Oh yeah, that works. It has an AC of 3, so you're pretty much guaranteed to hit it. Go ahead and yeah, what's the damage on this? Because this is probably going to be enough. Oh yeah, that's plenty. So with an extra 13 damage, Squirt, you bring your Dragon Slayer sword down on top of this lock, and there's a ting as the lock just like flies off, hits the back, the ground, and like skirts over to the back wall, and there's like as the crate kind of like opens just a little bit, and the guy inside is, thank you.
Hmm.
We'll get you out of there.
Squirt, do you say anything?
I just nod and walk back out.
Well, someone's going to have brought back out.
Right. So Dre's, after all of that's happened, what are you currently doing?
Honestly, if everything looks explored in the room, like, is there anything else that might be of interest in there?
I mean, to you, all of that is interesting. It's basically a big torture room. But there's nothing really that screams you should own it.
Fair. Okay. Then I'll probably start moseying my way back out the door.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
after we're done here, I can. After we're done here, I can always come back and look.
Okay.
Can this guy like walk?
I don't know yet. Moments after all of that happens, Twitch, Dre's walks out and he looks hunky dory. Squirt would have just gone in. Would you have followed, by chance?
No, but I would have changed my stance to be more like on guard duty.
Okay, that's fair. Kind of looking around, seeing. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Since you're doing that. And Alin, what do you ask the guy?
Do you think you can walk? We have a friend waiting by the door to outside. Like, we know a path that can get out.
I think so. Can someone help me up?
Yeah, I'll help him up.
Okay. You two make your way up, getting him up off the floor. He's a little heavier than he looks because you're, a little younger and not as strong. But that's fine. You are able to get him up on his feet. And he does seem like he can walk. He's got a bit of a shamble to him, but he does seem like he can walk. And he just kind of looks over all of you. Thank you again. How do I get out?
Let's get him to Boulder. I'd walk. I would personally like try to walk with him through the path to the stairs.
Okay.
That lead up.
Would you all go with Len, with this guy?
No. You guys don't need to come with me.
But I'm asking the group. So the group, do you all go with Len?
I mean, I don't think it's a good idea for anybody to be wandering alone.
Yep, exactly. We're not gonna split up.
All right. So everyone goes with you, Len. You guys all walk back to the entrance and back up the stairs where you see Boulder standing there patiently waiting still. And
He found a guy.
I see that. He looks not good.
Yes, someone's down there.
Hold on a
He's
moment.
in some kind of port.
Oh, hold on one moment. And he begins casting this spell, and he reaches out and he touches the guy, and you guys see all of his wounds heal up. The blood dries, the scars even dissipate, and his skin returns to normal where you can see through his clothes he's been cut. And he looks healthy again.
Jeez.
What kind of spell was that?
Greater restoration, probably.
For those of you with the will, it was heal.
Okay. I
Headmaster,
me out of
high-
character
high
and
spell.
suddenly confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thought was wizard. Wizards don't get healed.
Mhm.
This one does.
So I'm confused now.
So what is this guy?
He's a headmaster. He's a headmaster of a school of magic. He's very, very good with magic.
He's all the magic.
He's all the magic. Yeah, he basically, so out of game, he cast heal on the guy, and the guy is full health now.
Okay, so we still have to go, but you can handle this.
I think it's polite to ask. Can you handle this?
I mean, I can. What is your name? My name is Amon Kithra. Thank you for healing me. I feel so much better now. Thank you. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Yes, well, I do know a bit of magic. He gives it a quick smirk. Yes, I will wait here a bit longer. But I would like to get out of here as soon as possible. So let's
So would we.
hurry along. And he kind of like he's shooing you, kind of like go back, do the thing.
Okay, bye.
Can I just ask real quick to that guy that was being tortured? Is there anything else you could tell us at all that might be helpful?
Was there anyone else or just her?
There was something else, but I'm not sure what it was. It was in the shadows. I couldn't see it. But there was definitely something else there.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Everyone try hard to not die.
I didn't think that had to be said, but
Yeah, right. You guys, everyone head back down?
Yep.
Yeah,
When
Drace?
Jin said, "Oh, this is going to be fun," I go, "It is going to be fun." And I had my mic down or up, and I couldn't say it. I was wondering why no one responded.
Yes, Drace is ecstatic with everything you guys have seen. He's a
Quick
happy
question.
clam. Yeah.
The three new zombies. We didn't bring them up where Boldor could see them, huh?
I only did two, I believe.
Yeah, it was only two. But that's a good
two.
question, Drace.
Okay, sorry.
Did you bring them up?
I mean, they would have been shambling behind us. I'm sure they would have been. They probably would have came out if we were up there for an extended period of time. They would have eventually made their way up. But if we weren't there for long, then they would still be like another 30, 40 feet behind us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this would have taken place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they would not have made their way up then.
Okay, cool.
That being said,
All right, Cannon. All right, fodder. Let's go back.
yeah. That being said, Trace, you do recognize something weird as you guys are talking. You get the feeling that one of your zombies just died.
Oh.
What?
Guys, don't.
Yeah?
I think they know we're here.
How far ahead was it?
Oh?
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know exactly because I can feel them, but that's about it. I don't know how far away. But one's gone. I still have one left, and I tell it to defend itself.
Oh.
Okay. All right, you guys head back down.
Yeah.
Okay. As you head back down, we'll do a skull face here. As you head back down, there is the zombie kind of like meets you over here, and he's looking in a very defensive stance. You guys make your way down, and you find the zombie standing there defensively, looking around, waiting for an attack to come, but none has come. And as you guys continue your path, making your way down and through, you do eventually find the other zombie that died over here. I'd like everyone to go ahead and make me a perception check. And this will be the last perception check I have you guys do, so roll good.
Nope, negative.
14.
I think it's still going to be high enough.
No.
Not Dre's.
Not for me.
Not for Dre's.
Dre's the oblivious.
Dre's the
Two of
oblivious.
us so far.
That's about right.
Ooh, there we go.
All right. All right. Well,
That's about right.
okay. So as you guys,
I haven't made mine yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Definitely need to make sure I have everyone's
Where are you? Perception, you said?
perception. Yep.
Hold on, it's not loading. $18.
All right. So cool. Yeah. As you guys go, okay. As you guys make your way back down, you do find Dre's zombie in a defensive stance, and you kind of make your way through all the tunnels. Down here, down here, you do find the other zombie. It looks to be absolutely mangled. It's been cut into about 3 different pieces. The legs are in different places on the floor. The arms have been shredded. Whatever it is, you guys can tell that it has razor sharp claws. And as you guys go through this time, you pick up on something that you didn't pick up on last time. There is a clicking, almost like a coming from the walls. As you make your way around in the shadows just out of your line of sight, there is a clicking, like claws clicking on rock, like it's very light, very faint, and every time you guys turn around to look, there's nothing there.
Does anyone else hear that?
So Jin, Kiva, and Alin, the 3 of you are the only ones that actually hear it.
There's something in the walls.
I hear it too.
All right.
Does somebody have light?
So much.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
And so eventually you make your way back to where you were before. Do you guys continue on?
I guess you don't really have a choice.
Alright.
Jen would warn everyone to watch their back and watch the ceiling too.
All
Don't
right.
worry, cannon's back there. Fodder's back there.
Yeah, fodder's back there. There you go. Jen, are you still leading with the staff? Jen?
Oh, yes. I am still poking and...
Okay. All right. So everyone kind of makes their way through, following Jen. Jen, you come to another area that has a tattered rag of a curtain, and you can kind of see little bits behind it. And as you make your way, you can see light coming from the other side. And as you kind of like lilt your head through the curtain, you can see that this is basically a throne room. There's all sorts of sconces on the walls which are lit. They are currently burning. There's 2 large statues similar to the statue you saw in the very front, made of pure brass and copper and gold. It's very, very yellow, bright, metallic statues that are meant to withstand the test of time.
Jen is gonna slowly back away.
All right.
Oh, there I am.
Jen would not even stay there long enough to take it in. That's why I interrupted you. Jen's just gonna turn around and say, well, she was definitely here. There are lit wall scones. feel like we're walking into our deaths. I'm not a fan of doing that. I have jumped multiple crews before just so I didn't have to do that.
All right. Do you continue on?
I don't feel like I have much of a choice either.
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
You don't sound like an adventurer there, Jen. Let's do this.
All right.
And Jen
Trace
is
is
going.
skipping.
Okay.
Jen
Yeah.
is going to assume this one might also be trapped, so because it looks like a main chamber over here. Jen's gonna start again tapping the ground very cautiously.
Okay. Yeah.
and
As you,
looking for any signs of traps.
yeah. As you do that, you are actually able to make your way all the way into this room without any traps set off. Those of you following Jin, yeah, she makes her way into this main chamber here.
Jen feels very on edge.
Does this look like the same stuff that turns people into cubes?
You actually can't see it yet. The room itself is kind of glowing, but the wall goes up about 10 feet high.
Oh, I thought it was like. I didn't realize that.
No. So yeah. So I'll give a description here, and then we'll go back to Kiva. As you make your way into this room, there's a sickly green glow that shoots up from the center of this large 10-foot circular wall in the center of the room. The green shoots up into the ceiling and lights up the whole room from the ceiling outward. There are a few mushrooms as you make your way around, glowing green mushrooms, very similar to what you had seen prior on the upper floors. And if you make your way all the way around, those of you going all the way around,
Jen will be tapping the entire time.
there is about a 40-foot wide pool of green viscous liquid that seems to almost be boiling in the center of this room. There's a small stream, if you can see at the bottom here, where the liquid seems to be leaking out of this pool from the wall. But other than that, the room is devoid of any other liquid or anything else. Actually, looks to be carved just for the sole purpose of having this pool.
Jen is going.
Like this...
Hang on. We're gonna go straight to Kiva. We're going in order. So Kiva, do you walk into the room?
I was putting it in chat. Kiva's actually kind of hanging at the back of the group.
Okay.
Because she wants to be able to keep an eye on fodder. If something decides to attack fodder, she wants to see what it is.
Okay, that's fair. So, Kiva, Squirt, do you make your way into the room?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you go? Do you go all the way around to see the pool, see the mushrooms?
The mushrooms for sure.
Okay. Yeah, they're the sickly green mushrooms that you'd actually seen on the upper floor. You could attempt to grab another one. They don't seem to be covered in slime, these. They are still sickly green. The same color, actually, as the pool.
I'm not going to touch them.
All right. Draze, do you make your way into the room? Draze? Draze.
Yeah.
Do you make your way into the room?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you
Absolutely.
now, yeah. Okay, where are you?
Okay.
You make it all the way around to the pool?
Okay, yeah, like the question was, yeah, I didn't know which way. But were both paths safe?
Yeah, they're both safe. I'll just out of game. They're both safe. The room
Because
itself
I didn't know
is
which
safe.
path
Yeah,
they went.
yeah,
Okay,
it's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, you see just like everyone else, green glowing mushrooms and a large 40-foot wide pool in the center of this room, surrounded by a 10-foot wall of rock.
I want fodder to touch it.
How does he touch it? You want him to like stick a foot in, hand in?
Stick one of his fingers in, like dip his finger in and see what happens.
Yeah.
Jen is going to say.
Last time that I had one of them do that, it was a good thing. So let's see what happens.
Oh man. He dips his finger in, and you actually feel the pain in a very surprising manner. and he pulls his finger back out, and there is nothing but a nub.
Oh, you just see me just kind of like grasp with my hand, just not good, not good.
Don't touch it then. Okay.
I
Okay,
didn't
so
touch
this
it.
is
Oh,
not the pool with the key. 'Cause
It probably is.
Alin, do you make your way over there?
yeah, I already moved my little icon. I've been
Okay.
following.
Just
I'm
asking.
following Jen because she has my staff.
Alin, you see something different. Alin, as you make your way around this pool, you see the green mushrooms and you see the green 40-foot wide pool. However, your vision isn't clouded as apparently everyone else's is. You see a small object in the center of this pool. Almost circular in nature, the very center of this pool. Almost like it's floating in the center of the liquid, spinning. And you see, roll me a perception check. I'm going to see if you can actually see what this is.
Excuse me.
Oh, so it wasn't the last perception check.
Well, last group perception check.
Dirty 20.
Oh, yeah. You see the key in the middle of this pool.
I know it's the. How do I supposed to get it without?
The image. It is, yep. Yep, I'm aware. It is very much the key that everything that you've read described about this object, it looks like this.
Is it like an actual key or is it like a?
It is exactly the object that you see looks exactly like that image.
Like a flat thing?
Yep, like a flat stone
Like a
something.
flat disc.
Yep.
How the hell am I supposed to get that?
You'll probably need to go deeper in.
Get what?
It's. Can you not see it?
I was just assuming that you were assuming it was in there because it was mentioned a pool earlier, and this is obviously a pool. No, we
I can
can't see
it.
anything.
It's right there.
Alin, you just keep getting weirder.
yeah, I'm not the weird one this
Weirder.
time.
Nice. All right. So, Alin, what are you doing?
I am not sure. Are you guys sure we can't spare an hour? Because it's like you said it was floating above the water.
No, it's floating in the water.
Oh, okay.
It is. It's
Something-
basically like spinning in the water. Go ahead, Twitch.
Something's in the wall attacking our zombies. Like, we definitely don't have an hour.
We need to probably go further in the cave. There might be something there we can use. I doubt anyone would build a pool around an object without some way to get to it. Maybe the key is somewhere else.
Since
But just sitting here twiddling our thumbs trying to think of it isn't gonna
Well,
make
there
it
is
happen.
there's a tunnel down here,
So,
off to the north. No,
I-
not the north, the south.
I will say, everyone except for Alin, you feel heat radiating off of this pool. Alin, you feel nothing radiating off of this pool.
But I just saw my friend zombie get burned.
Yep. You did?
how far away is the center of it?
The center is close to 20 feet away.
Jenna's going to say, also, it's hot in here.
It's not hot.
It's not?
No.
It's definitely
It
hot.
feels pretty warm.
Yeah, you can see the other members of your party, Alin, starting to bead sweat.
Can I? I'm gonna do something dumb.
If you lose a finger, it's your own fault.
Do the dumb. Do the dumb.
I have 10 of them.
All right. I think I know what's happening. What are you doing, Alin?
I'm gonna dip the very tip of my pinky of my non-dominant hand.
All right. As
He
you
might
get
be dumb, but he's not stupid.
Yeah, as you get closer to the pool, again, there's still no heat. The pool itself looks to be absolutely boiling. And based on everyone else's reaction, it should be putting off heat, but you don't feel any heat. And as you get closer, you go to put your finger down into the pool, and just before your finger touches it, a bubble bursts up from below and splatters your face with this green liquid, and nothing happens. You just have green liquid on your face.
I'd prestidigitate myself to not have green liquid on my face and be like, I think I'm good.
I say again, you keep getting weirder.
I'm immune to enavirin juice.
Apparently.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Maybe, but I'm gonna go get that thing, and I'm gonna
Go for it, hurry. There's
pack
something
my
in
ropes
here.
up and
Hurry.
start going for it.
You will have to hold your breath, go underwater and grab this. It is below water, so I will.
How deep is the water?
Yeah, the water is actually pretty deep. It's basically a sphere with a flat top, so it's about 20 feet deep, 40 feet wide. Yeah, yep. So yeah, as you go in, you do have to go underwater. You'll have to swim to go grab it, but you can, and you do actually go underwater, holding your breath, and you go to grab it. And I would like for you to make me a.
How big is it?
It's fairly big. Make me a strength check. Yeah, you can add athletics if you'd like.
I don't have a specialty in athletics.
Eh.
There you go, fantastic.
Please don't fuck up. 14.
Oh, thank God.
That was more just to see if he could swim, because the pool itself is actually moving. So I just wanted to make sure he could get there. Yeah, you make your way down to the center.
This flat thing, like, can I have like basketball?
Yeah,
size?
it's basically just the size of your open hand. So it's not the size of your palm, but your whole hand.
Yeah, okay.
And you go down and you can grab it and you pull it up with two hands and you make your way up to the top. And you can finally breathe again and you swim over to everyone, and Lynn is holding a flat disc object in his hand that looks like that image right there, and you all can see that it looks exactly like that image. Blue around the edges, gray in the center, with some sort of symbol that almost looks like waves crashing on a shore.
Does Lynn have
Wings and waves.
Does Lynn have what?
any goop dripping off her?
Yeah, he's completely covered in liquid.
Don't touch me. Do not touch me.
Prestidigitate myself again.
Okay. It takes a minute or so, but you're able to clean yourself off.
What is this thing made of? Like, how heavy is it?
It's stone. It's actually pretty heavy, which is the other part of that strength check, but it's carryable. It's actually,
my bag?
yeah, it's actually probably 10 pounds.
Can you add that to my?
Yeah,
later?
I'll get that to your bag later.
Wait, now let's hurry back the way we came. Because I don't want to meet who's living here.
Yeah, as you all
came for, it's not.
as you all turn to leave, you once again hear clicking coming from the ceiling.
Fuck.
Jen looks up.
And you look up, and there's nothing there. And you all hear from behind you, everyone looking at the pool, you all hear from behind you over here.
I wasn't looking at the pool. I was looking at the party.
True. But, okay, well, yeah, actually, no, you were looking at the party, so out of almost thin air, smoke, mist congeals behind the party. Alin, you see this as all of the clicking is happening, and Alin, that figure appears behind the lot of you. Where's that image? Recopy that shit. Copy image.
I'd say, good evening.
Jen's just like right behind us, isn't she?
She is indeed right behind you.
I'd say, good evening in Sylvan.
In Sylvan, She replies, "You are not followers."
You don't know my religious choices?
I know the path that you took.
We managed.
I'm gonna ask, Kiva, how you feeling?
She left.
Oh, she left.
No, I'm still here.
Oh,
I'm on the
okay.
phone at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just asking how you feel.
Like, we're kind of in a bit of a weird hallway situation. Like, what side is this thing on?
It is the black dot over here, on the opposite side of the opening of the pool.
Cool. Okay.
Basically,
You said
if you guys, basically if you guys tried to run, she'd be able to cut you off at the entryway before you made it there.
Gotcha. Okay. And you said she doesn't actually look familiar.
She does not look familiar to you, but you do see a tattoo on her arm of that symbol that you saw earlier.
Okay. All right.
Witch Queen, we're big fans of her.
Yep.
Number one.
So I'm gonna say we're gonna end here because I know the two of you have to actually go.
I'd appreciate that.
I was trying to end it sooner, but I couldn't quite get there. So yeah, we're gonna end here, and I'm gonna have, when you guys start up, we're just gonna pre-roll initiative next time, just in case you guys do fight. I just want to be overly prepared.
Let's not do that if possible.
Yeah. So yeah, it was fun. Thanks for doing it tonight, and we'll meet again next Saturday.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Who the heck is this woman?
Oh yeah.
What's